Get access and watch your favorite sporting events on Filipinas Live with these easy steps. Download via Google Play or App Store. Once downloaded, enter a valid email address. Verify the OTP sent to your email address. Note that the OTP is valid for 5 minutes and for one-time use only. If no OTP is received, you may click on the Resend OTP button. Once successful, create and enter your password. Accept the terms and conditions to complete your registration. You can now log on to Filipinas Live. Subscribe now for only 149 pesos monthly.
You know what I love about Filipinas Live? I can watch me. Filipinas Live lets me watch in different angles. No. I'm referring to the multi-cam feature. It allows me to chat with the other viewers too, which means I can read your comments too. Come on, guys. That's what I'm talking about. And it's not just games, there's original content too. And that is Filipinas Love. Filipinas Live.
Filipinas Live is the home of Philippine volleyball. Watch your favorite volleyball leagues such as Spikers Turf, Premier Volleyball League, and the UAAP, all in one app. You can watch all these games and more live and on your preferred device. Download Filipinas Live today from the App Store or Google Play Store and register for free.
How much do we love Pinoy sports? As a fan, we don't just watch the games.
The season for me, and I just owe it all to the work I put in.
We watch every part, every angle, every name. We talk about the plays. Talk about it for days. We witness the big events, the thrilling moments, and relive the best seconds. We cherish the fears, the tears, at syempre, the cheers. How much do we love Pinoy sports? With all our heart, all-out passion. All the time. All with Filipinas Live. Ang app natin para sa sports natin.
Get access and watch your favorite sporting events on Filipinas Live with these easy steps. Download via Google Play or App Store. Once downloaded, enter a valid email address. Verify the OTP sent to your email address. Note that the OTP is valid for 5 minutes and for one-time use only. If no OTP is received, you may click on the Resend OTP button. Once successful, create and enter your password. Accept the terms and conditions to complete your registration. You can now log on to Filipinas Live. Subscribe now for only 149 pesos monthly.
You know what I love about Filipinas Live? I can watch me. Filipinas Live lets me watch in different angles. No. I'm referring to the multi-cam feature. It allows me to chat with the other viewers too, which means I can read your comments too. Come on, guys. That's what I'm talking about. And it's not just games, there's original content too. That is Filipinas Love. Filipinas Live.
We're almost ending the elimination round ng ating Philippine Cup. Playoffs are almost upon us. About the time to separate the real championship contenders from the chumps sa ating komperensya. Dito sa Ninoy Aquino Stadium sa Maynila, magaganap ang ating second game ng ating PBA doubleheader sa araw na ito. It's gonna be San Miguel against Meralco. These two definitely championship contenders. They've won it in the past. They want to get it again. They're on winning streaks, each of these teams. So, should be a good one. Ako po si Charlie Cuna together with the Dean Quinito Henson and Dean Meralco San Miguel. Naglaban na sa finals to dati.
Tama yun. And, well, defending champion ng San Miguel Beer sa ating conference. And in this particular conference, ang San Miguel Beer, 8 wins in a row. At ang Meralco, 3 wins in a row. Makikita po natin ang ating team standings. Ang San Miguel Beer, manalo at patalo sila in this game. They are assured of #1 spot. Because kung matalo sila dito, they will be tied with Rain or Shine at saka TNT, and they've beaten both those teams. So coaching system, San Miguel will prevail and will be #1 at the end of the eliminations, win or lose. But very, very major situation para sa Meralco kasi kailangan nilang manalo ngayon to be able to get a chance to make it in the top 4 and get that very coveted twice-to-beat advantage.
They won a 4th straight victory after 3 straight. Nabakit na nga ni Dean. And in that last ball game, they defeated Converge in a big way, 105-84, Dean.
Nakakagulat yun. That's a 21-point margin. At makikita po natin kung ano nangyari in that game in terms of assists. Plus 10 sila. In terms of perimeter points. We also want to mention that yung sa second chance points, ang laki na lamang nila, 40-8. And in turnover points, 18-8. They led by 31 points at one stage in that game. And Converge, mind you, is a serious championship contender. Kaya ang ginawa ng Meralco in that game was it stamped its class and saying they are also a serious contender for the championship. They want to make it to the top 4, that's for sure.
That's right. And in those 3 games, which they won in a row, this fellow was the best player of each of those 3 games. His name is CJ Cancino.
Well, Cancino has been a man on fire for Meralco. He's been the lightning bolt for the Bolts. Ito, makikita po natin kung anong ginagawa niya. Some highlight clips of Cancino in action. This guy came from Araneta University in high school, that's a LaSalle school. And then he went to UST before going to UP. Ito, makikita po natin kung anong ginagawa niya. 22 points and then a career high 29 points. Mind you, in this conference, he's averaging 19 points and 27 minutes a game. In the Philippine Cup last conference, his average was only 10.2 points and 18 minutes and a half game. A game. So, makikita natin yung improvement ni Cancino and the trust that the coaching staff of Meralco has been able to give him.
Taas pa ng kanyang field goal percentage. But if you're talking about high field goal percentage, Cliff Hodge is the man. You know, he's always been the steady guy para sa kanyang koponan. How many years na yan sa Meralco Bulls? He's Mr. Meralco. Pero yung performance niya sa game against Converge, Dean, the guy hardly missed from the field.
Well, you know, it's not just his offense. Ang depensa ni Cliff Hodge, yan ang inaasahan ng coaching staff ng Meralco. And for Cliff Hodge, itong ginawa niya in that last game, he's averaging 11 points and 9 rebounds a game. His defense is a big reason kung bakit ang Meralco is #2 sa depensa natin in this conference. They're giving up only 88 points a game, and that's a major, major plus factor for Meralco in this run-up to try to get that top 4 position.
Still hustling at this age, Cliff Hodge on defense. So, we'll turn it over right now to our courtside reporter, si Ella Gomez. Ella, anong kwento mo?
Attorney and the Dean, according to Coach Luigi Trello, it's always a privilege to play against a team like SMB. At sabi niya, they know that today's game will be a high-intensity one, so they expect that emotions will come out. Pero ang paalala ni Coach, that they have to have each other's backs and they really need to limit their mistakes. Sabi naman ni Coach, he has been proud of how they played as a team both internationally sa EASL and here sa PBA. And paalala niya sa team that today's game is not gonna be an easy one, lalo na SMB has been dominating the Philippine Cup. Balik muna sa inyo.
Thanks a lot for that, Ella. And speaking of domination nga, SMB, 8 straight victories. Masama ang kanilang umpisa sa ating torneo, Dean, 0-2. Pero mula noon, hindi na sila natalo.
Average winning margin ng San Miguel is 16 points. Average losing margin nila only 2.5 points. Ito makikita po natin kung anong ginawa nila sa Terra Firma in that last game. And that was a blowout. That was a 20-point win for San Miguel. And in the rebounding department, they just massacred and dominated Terra Firma by 16 points in the paints. Ganun din. However, they lost out in the perimeter points. 40 points for San Miguel and 69 for Terra Firma. Terra Firma went for the long ball, hoping to get that home run. And they had 73 pointers connected against only 10 for San Miguel. But in the end, it was the points in the paint, the inside game, of San Miguel. And also their bench scoring has been impeccable all conference long.
We'll turn it over now to our venue announcer, si Mark Luzon. He's going to call out the starting five for San Miguel and Meralco.
Versus the San Miguel Beermen. Let's meet the starting lineups. First, from your Meralco Bulls. At guard, one of only 32 second-generation players in PBA history from Quezon City, number 1, Aaron Black. Also at guard from Valenzuela, number 71, CJ Cancino. At center, playing in his third season in the league from Pasig, number 33, Brandon Bates. At forward, the 2016 Rookie of the Year from Pitiquilo, starter number 11, Chris Newsom. And also at forward, a three-time all-defensive team member from Cavite, number 7, Cliff Hodge. Head coach from Meralco is Luigi Trillo. And now introducing the starters for the San Miguel Beermen. At guard from La Paz, Leyte, number 6, Chris Ross. Also at guard, a 5-time mythical team member from Bautista, Pangasinan, number 77, CJ Perez. At center, a record 12-time best player of the conference from Pinabungahan, Cebu, number 15, Junmar Fajardo. At forward, playing in his 11th season in the PBA from Tobacco Albay, number 91, Rodney Bronyal. And also at forward from Ilocos Sur, number 13, Marshall Lassiter. Head coach for the San Miguel Beermen is Leo Austria. Game officials are Romel Guta, Brian Teclado.
These are our officials. Romel Gruta is the crew chief. Brian Peclaro, Charlie Alvarado, and Carlo Vergara. These are starters for Coach Nenad Vucinic and Luigi Trillo. These are the starters for Coach Leo Austria. We're at the NAS. Action is about to begin. Meralco San Miguel again, and you know this is going to be a battle. Past two champions in this conference, itong dalawang koponan. Junmar and Brandon Bates will jump it up in the dark shirts. Nakuha ang unang possession, Aaron Black na maganda rin ang kanyang nilaro kontra sa Converge. We'll pass it over to Hodge. Balik kay Aaron. Aaron, whose father played for a long time sa San Miguel Beer back in the day.
And he's now coaching Gilas in the Southeast Asian Games. Ano kaya nangyari?
They're gonna fight for the gold medal this evening as well. So wishing them luck. But in the meantime, fouled on the way to the hoop. Meralco player Chris Newsom will be at the line. No, rather it's Cliff Hodge for 2 free throws.
And Charlie just reviewing the starting lineups of both these teams. Walang pagbabago from their previous game. And you've got Cancino, who has started every single game this conference. Napag-usapan natin yun sa ating pre-game. How he has improved his scoring, how he has gotten a lot more minutes from the previous Philippine Cup. And, you know, it's good to see that his improvement is amazing. And Cancino is now the leading scorer of Meralco. Talking about leading scorer, Junmar Fajardo has been the leading scorer of San Miguel for so many years, so many seasons. Now he's only the 3rd leading scorer behind CJ Perez. And Trollano, who comes off the bench, is even outscoring him. But look at Junmar taking the first shot for San Miguel.
Unang tira niya, pasok na si Junmar Fajardo naman. You know, he's busy concentrating on other things din. Nakadalawang triple-double na yan this conference, di ba?
And not only that, he's averaging 5.1 assists in this conference. And that's a high for him. That's a career high in terms of assists for Junmar.
There's a hook shot inside from Cliff Hodge. Yung kanyang high percentage, umiiral pa rin.
And Junmar, it looks like he's demanding the ball. Ito, inaatake niya si Brandon Bates, but then he looks to kick it out. Ito na, first assist ni Junmar Fajardo. Bibilangin natin yan. Kung ilang assist si Junmar Fajardo, is averaging 5.1, sabi nga natin kanina.
And CJ Perez hits his first bucket, and you know that's not going to be his last. Marami pa yan before this game ends, for sure.
You know, very interesting matchups in this game. CJ versus Newsom, and there's a block coming from Junmar Fajardo, and Was that a 4-point attempt by
Yes.
Chris Newsom? It was.
Tama, pero nakuha pa ang offensive rebound ni CJ Cancino. He was fouled by Marshall Laffiter on the way up. Check this out. That's the pass outside to CJ Perez. Three-pointer, top of the key, brought to us by Arena Plus Sportsbook.
In that sequence, I thought Junmar Fajardo was waiting for a double team. Pero even without a double team, pinasa din niya yung bola. And why not? Nakatira ng three-pointer si CJ Perez.
You know, Junmar has really improved yung kanyang passing skills as the years have gone on. There's a fake from Black. Goes over to Newsom, down to Hodge. Jumper at the buzzer. Nagmintis. Bakbakan sa rebound. Chris Ross able to. Oh, he lost it. Brandon Bates cannot complete it. And Brandon Bates will be called for the ward-off sa kanyang semi-hook shot. So, you know, Brandon Bates still a work in progress, especially on the offensive end. Needs to work on those both moves.
Ito, makita natin dito. He warded off very clearly. Kanina napapag-usapan natin yung mga matchups dito. We talked about CJ Perez at saka si Newsom. What about this matchup? Chris Ross hasn't really been able to contribute big numbers for San Miguel sa conference dito. But yung depensa niya talagang importante for San Miguel Beer, and that's why he's defending the leading scorer ng Meralco, si Cancino.
It's a miss from San Miguel Beer. Here's Meralco on the attack yet again. They go to Hodge in the paint. He'll go up strong this time. Looking for the whistle, no go. And there! That's how Brandon Bates needs to clean it up.
And that the middle was wide open because Meralco stretching the floor, allowing the big guys like Cliff Hodge to attack the middle and put some pressure on Junmar Fajardo.
Wow.
Ito,
Back three mula kay CJ Perez. Pangalawang trip na yan, Dean.
napansin ko during the warm-up ng San Miguel, ang ganda ng stroke ni CJ Perez. Halos walang mintis during his warm-up shots.
And Dean, you know, just the breaking news, our Gilas Filipinas women's have just won the gold medal in the Southeast Asian Games.
That's unbelievable.
And hopefully the men can follow suit a little later on.
And that was over Thailand. And one of the young stars of Gilas women is Sophie Dignadice.
Correct.
The daughter of Ives Dignadice, a former national player.
Na nag-birthday kahapon. A belated happy birthday kay Ives Dignadice.
Yes.
Who played at that 1990 Asian Games silver medal team. Rodney walked on the baseline. Huling-huli ni Romel Gruda, our official, our lead official.
San Miguel tried a pick and roll para kay Rodney Brondial, pero na-anticipate siya ng Meralco. All you do is you need to drop down off that pick and roll, make sure that the roller does not have a good path towards the hoop, and then you'll get the stop.
Aaron?
Well, you notice, it's that matchup that they're trying to show, no? See, Lassiter against Aaron Black. Here's Cancino, first attempt.
Good defense from San Miguel. That's a block shot. I think that's Rodney Brodal. CJ now may tangan ng bola, feeling it with 2 3-pointers. They go back to him. They go to Junmar. Junmar now hands it right back to CJ. He'll step back for another 3. That one rolls out. Aaron Black soaring in para sa rebound na yun. Dadaling sa may gitna. Atake, sabay kanan ang ginamit for the layup. You know, Aaron Black loves to shift to that right hand when he's attacking the paint.
That's a cause for concern for Coach Leo Astra. Umaatake ang Meralco sa loob. And they're getting opportunities by driving straight from the top of the key. And if you're Junmar Fajardo, you need to be able to protect that hole. Either that or si Rodney Brondial. Kanya nga, ang palaging ginagamit ni Coach Leo Astra, yung double combination with 2 bigs. This time it's Fajardo and Brondial. Maya-maya, mapapanood natin si Mota Coutua.
That's right. Ross passes it over to Junmar. Brandon Bates nakabantay sa kanya.
It's 1-on-1.
Bates
He's
is
gonna
moved.
attack.
And Brandon reached in. I think got him on the wrist. So 2 free throws para kay JMF. 9-time MVP lang naman sa ating liga. And someone put it to me in proper perspective din the other day. He's saying, Junmar Fajardo, 50 years of the PBA, 9-time MVP. Almost 20% of the entire history ng PBA siyang nag-MVP.
It's an unbelievable career for Junmar. Sabi mo nga, no, 9-time MVP. And, you know, now that he's playing at, 36 years old, he's exploring other avenues in his playing features. And he's averaging in double-double figures, 15.9 points, 14.6 rebounds. And 2 out of 2 para kay JMF.
Ties it up at 10 apiece, 7 minutes and 40 remaining. caught a glimpse a few moments ago of someone in the crowd. His name is Boss Toyo. He was the one who won at the auction para sa MVP trophy ni Junmar Fajardo. And I do believe...
Yun ang unang-unang trophy niya, no?
That's right, the first one. I do believe the proceeds for that will be donated to Alagang Kapatid, which...
Tama.
So, you know, that's quite a gesture from the winner. From Junmar Fajardo. And galing nang nangyari doon. Ross. CJ, skying, contact. Rodney Bronjal, offensive board. Nilabas kay Marshall. Couldn't put in the three-pointer to add on to his record total. Cliff Hodge in the paint, decides to kick it out from 3. Newsom too sharp. Up ahead to Ross. Ross against Newsom will go to CJ. Completion.
Excellent way to run the fast break.
And a
Filling the
mistake
wings.
from Meralco immediately.
Tama.
Look at the court right now. There's a bunch of people on the floor who love to run. They've got the bodies and the agility for that. You know, CJ, Chris Newsom, Cancino, Black.
And still, just a single coverage on Junmar Fajardo, but Almazan making him miss.
Pass back to Cancino, drops it to Almazan. Good
A good
move
screen.
para kay Raymond.
Unselfish play by Cancino. He gave the screen for Almazan to come in and score. Napaks out doon si Junmar Fajardo on the defense. And for San Miguel Beer, once silang may hawak ng bolas, check out ang Dean's List natin as you see CJ Perez score. But before we talk about the Dean's List, we've got this standoff.
Ito yung pasa na maganda. Conversion for Almazan. Ties it up. And then, nakalamang San Miguel on that basket.
Zoom, roll with Junmar, okay? Let's give you one, not pop all away, mid-range.
Oh, there's a pick and roll here, okay? So your man is trying to, if he rolls, he will not be open. But if you plus here, nakakuha, ikaw lang titira o iba, drop mo dito. Yung sinasabi natin. And then CJ, nag-pick and roll dito. Okay, nagsishock. Okay, tingnan mo yun ha, baka ano. Okay, pagka wala, so you can okay? Okay. Now,
well, CJ Perez, as the Dean mentioned earlier, leading his team in scoring, and he can do it in so many ways. He's already got 10 in this game. Nasa first quarter, not even halfway tayo. 10 puntos na siya on 4 of 6 from the field. And these are the numbers he had against Terra Firma sa kanilang huling laban. 26 points in 20 minutes of action. And 17 of those clumped in that third quarter. So CJ doing his thing. And there he is right now.
At kanina, just before the timeout, we said we were going to talk about yung Dean's List ng San Miguel. Ito na. Number 1, they need to control the pace. And they have players who can get the job done. They're number 1 sa liga natin in terms of bench points. And they have 7 players who are averaging at least 20 minutes a game. So Coach Lea Austria, marami siya pwedeng i-juggle ng mga player for them to be able to control the pace. And they can do that with their bench. They can do that also by dominating the boards. That means double trouble, especially sa ilalim, with Junmar Fajardo at saka si Bronjal, and then Butang Tuo coming up the bench. Double trouble for them, board control. And number 3, well, they need to put the clamps on Chris Newsom. This guy is the heart and soul of Meralco. He gets points, he gets rebounds, he gets assists. They need to put the clamps on him.
Aaron had to put it up.
Oh, what a shot.
Beating the 24-second buzzer. He knew the entire time. They were panicking. They thought nakalimutan ni Aaron yun. But a right-handed shot at mid-range, napukuha niya.
And how is he able to do that time and again? He just lets that ball fly. Hindi namang tear trap yun eh. Kasi parang hinaagis lang yung bola eh.
He practices that obviously. Oh, Rodney Bronjal hits the deck. Now it's with CJ. 5 to shoot. CJ, di discarte.
Oh, what a nice pass.
Ended up with anyway. Nice pass. Good conversion from Bronjal.
And also because he has scored 10 points. Yung depensa ng Meralco focused on him. It looks like there's going to be a foul on Canino.
No, they're calling a technical on Cliff Hodge for flopping. Is what referee Carlo Vergara, no, rather that's Brian Peclaro, is saying.
There's a technical foul, and Marshall Lassiter is going to take the free throw on that technical for the flop.
Cliff Hodge not happy because he felt he was bumped. Still hasn't gotten up from the floor.
He's still sitting down.
And this is what he's saying. He hit the deck there. And what he's saying is that Brondial shoved him to the floor. And he's really upset about it. You know, he's right in front of us.
Yeah.
In the meantime, punta natin si Ella muna.
Attorney and Dean, according to Coach Leo Austria, this is an important game for us. Meralco has been playing well, so going against them today will test our consistency. Isa nga sa mahalagang bagay para kay Coach Leo is that they do not become complacent. Sabi pa ni Coach, it's important our good habits do not become bad habits. It's not letting go of the small things they do that have big impacts sa game. For today's game, paalala ni Coach sa team, you cannot afford to relax against a team like that, noting CJ Cancino and the whole team is a threat. Dagdag pa ni Coach na it's a team effort to stop them. Balik muna sa inyo.
Salamat doon, Ella. In the meantime,
alam mo, magandang reminder yun, na ginawa ni Coach Leo as reported by Ella, because napangitan natin kanina, this is almost a no bearing for San Miguel. Win or lose, they will be number one sa ating standings, because if there will be a tie, they have the better quotient. It's going to be a foul here on Rodney Brondial on the offensive end. And you're seeing that San Miguel is also playing with a high level of intensity dito, ha?
Yeah.
Hindi sila nagpapabaya. Ito ang nangyayari.
Watch this. Yeah, it's an offensive foul called on Rodney Brondial, and he was asking for another flop. He was telling the technical table beside us, hindi ko pa natutulak, bumabagsak na raw ito si Cliff Hodge. But Cliff Hodge able to get that one back. Kasi kanina, sana man ang natawagan ng technical for flopping.
I noticed that Meralco is just moving the ball around the perimeter. Wala silang inside game, oh. Kasi nandun si Junmar Fajardo. Tumira nga sa labas si Almazan.
He couldn't put that one in. That's something that Almazan really needs to work on at mid-range and needs to be more consistent. And now they give it to Junmar.
It's single coverage. Walang double.
You know, when you give it to Junmar, you realize how big he really is, because Almazan looked really small beside him. But Almazan can run the floor. He finishes using the left hand. 16-0 ang ating talaan.
At tama yung ginagawa ng coaching staff ng Meralco. They're gambling on just single coverage on Junmar, making him pass the ball. And if they're playing single coverage, mahihirapan si Junmar to find anyone open.
Trollano attacks.
Yes.
Oh, look at Don Trollano. He uses his left hand as well. And Don Trollano, the man who can score in many, many ways.
And Trollano, he started just one game in this entire conference. The very first game of San Miguel. Ito yung tira. He's now also coming off the bench.
3 minutes and 21 natitira sa ating first quarter. Tabla na naman ang ating score. Time out.
Pass the ball. Mark. Okay? And stagger screen here. You open. Nicholas will be here. Okay? Nothing happened here. Okay? It's a pick and roll. Okay? Pass the ball up. It's a pick and roll. Okay? Once you get the ball. Okay? And that's in our ear. Okay? Stay five. Go for it. Okay? You yell out five. When you hear five, go under. Okay? Go under both.
Speaking of Raymond Almazan, who scored a couple of baskets, he had 14 points and 5 boards sa kanilang laban against Converge, against the big boys of Converge. So, held his own. And he's been running up and down today, but always a tough task. Because, you know, laki ni Junmar Fajardo compared to Raymond Almazan, especially that the both can move him out of the way. San Miguel ball, tied ball game, 3 minutes and 10 in the first. Fajardo handing it off to Don T. He'll fade and miss, and Almazan grabs another board. Ito si Chris Banquero. Pasa kay Almazan, tumatakbo. Layup na naman! Rewarding the big man for galloping into the paint.
Good job by Meralco again spreading the floor. They've got their shooters in the corners, and that's opening up the space for the attackers to come from top of the key. And they've been able to successfully do that despite the presence ni Junmar Fajardo sa ilalim.
Kapit ng bola palabas. Will stay with SMB, says our referee. Hamid Yongson and Mo Tautua now checking in para sa San Miguel Beer. Si Kurt Rayson naman pumasok na rin sa Meralco. Kyle Pascual also moments ago.
Big reason kung bakit Meralco's in the lead, yung points in the paint nila. We've been saying that. No, they're attacking the interior. They now have 14 points in the paint against 8 for San Miguel.
Jericho Cruz, the Phil Guamanian, na lumaban para sa Guam sa huling window ng ating FIBA qualifiers, playing at home in Guam and then coming over here playing at the Loyola Gym. Blue Eagle Gym na tawag doon ngayon. Jericho Cruz knocked down Kyle Pascual.
That's going to be a foul on Jericho Cruz. Very physical play. Bagsak si Kyle.
Well, Jericho's the type of player doesn't care. Boom! Really gave it to him, you know. And doesn't matter if you're 6'5", Jericho Cruz will take it into you.
Well, he saw that pick and he wanted to obliterate that pick.
And he did.
But you don't do it that way.
That's right.
Kundi matatawagan
and he's
ka.
still talking.
Yeah.
He's going into the middle of the huddle of Meralco.
You know, there might have been something that happened on the previous play.
They call this a regular foul.
Yeah. But kanina kasi, meron yata nangyari when he went up for that layup and he scored. So, Jericho had that in mind when he made that bump. But he was called for the foul.
Almazan attacking, dropping it over to Kyle. And
he was
Kyle
scored.
will get the basket. Pupunta sa linya para sa bonus free throw. And what a play mula kay Raymond Almazan, drawing the defense. Nakadalawang layup na kasi siya. And then now dropping it to his fellow big man.
Yeah, they're looking for that weak side help.
You notice, Dean, how everybody on the opposing team suddenly wants to get into the paint the moment Junmar Fajardo rests.
Yeah.
Diba? Talagang
Well,
atake
actually,
sila.
even when Junmar was there, umaatake na sila sa loob eh. And but now, even more. Kasi wala si Junmar. Nandiyan si Mo Tautua.
Mo, up fake, left hand as well. That's really his move right now, and he prefers to go to his left hand.
Now Kahilig is on the floor and he's playing that. Oh, here's an outside shot coming from Almazan.
3-point attempt yun. Kaya naalala kasi niya, 2 All-Star games ago, or was it the last All-Star festivity, same big man na nanalo sa 3-point shootout. Trollano for 4. That's short. Mongquinto naka-rebound dyan. 22-22 ang ating score. Minute and 24 remaining in the first. Quinto felt the contact, hoisted it up. And he'll get 2 free throws. Tagal na rin ni Mongquinto sa koponan ng Meralco.
Yes, that's right. And si Quinto, as we mentioned kanina, you know, he started this conference as a starter for San Miguel. But in the last 3 games, coming off the bench, coaching staff ng Meralco wants to use his defensive presence off the bench because that's an important thing. You need to have continuity sa inyong depensa. And you know that Meralco is a defense-oriented team. Actually giving up less than 90 points a game in this conference.
Got that one to go. 1-point lead in favor of Meralco. Approaching the final minute ng ating first quarter. Jericho in the paint. He'll miss, ngunit may foul mula kay Kyle Pascual on the challenge. So Jericho will take 2 free throws, a chance to give his team the lead back if he makes them both. Minute and 9 to go. So number 1 ng San Miguel. So it doesn't matter what happens in this game, as the Dean mentioned earlier. Rainer Shine dropping a really close one. And Rainer Shine really wanted to win, Dean, against Ginebra in Bahrain a couple of nights ago.
That was a heartbreaker.
It was.
And for Ginebra, sunod-sunod na yung mga panalo nila as they're also chasing a top 4 finish.
There's the lead for San Miguel. Now Almazan. Oh, too high ang kanyang pasa. Bong Quinto could not reach that one.
You know, before we end our first quarter, we've got less than a minute to go. We'll quickly talk about RD's list for Meralco. Clip the wings. That means CJ and Trollano. Obstruct the passing lanes. They're number 1 in assists allowed. And that's because of the defensive orientation ng Meralco. Jericho Cruz continuing to wax hot. And finally, bring out the bigs ng San Miguel. That means they need to be able to make sure that that outside shot falls to bring out those bigs ng San Miguel, opening up the space.
Hirap na hirap si Bong Quinto makapasok. It's back with him now, 7 to shoot. Bong will take the jumper, and he puts that one in over Don. Lead is down to 1.
That was 1-on-1. Taking the jumper was Bong Quinto.
Last shot time na din para sa ating first quarter. Na kay Jericho ngayon.
He's been hot. He's been looking for his shot. But that time, opting to pass. Here's Trollano.
Goes to his partner. That's the Falcon connection there. Can Rayson get one too? Almost there. You know, this guy's a shooter, but he misses that one at the buzzer. 4 ang lamang ng San Miguel. Natapos ang ating first period.
Just stay here, get the ball, and this guy will roll pass the ball. Okay. Once in a while now, once in a while. Okay? Okay? Okay?
So we are small now, okay? Kyle is the screener, all right? Find the man, space the court, attack them on the... Okay? Just run, hold guard, set them.
Malaking ano na at least we're here in the quarterfinals already. I still think we have a chance. We still have a chance dun sa top 4, no? Pero kailangan anuin muna namin yung San Miguel, and I think there are situations that can materialize, 'di ba? Pero maganda at ito, we were telling them about quotient, at least lumaki yung Maman. So we have quotient over Converge, I think NLEX.
Well, Coach Luigi talking about situations. But you know, Coach Luigi, Coach Neynard, and the rest of the Meralco team, what a tournament it's been for them. It's been busy. Kasi meron din silang EASL kung saan sila naglalaro. Bumabiyahe pa sila abroad, di ba?
Hindi lang yun. They would also represent the PBA sa BCL, yung Basketball Champions League ng FIBA. E tapos, kung mag-roll out ng PBA nung mini packet tournament during the break for the Asian Games, they will be playing in 4 conferences this season. Yun ang sinabi sa akin ni Coach Luigi Trillo, anticipating a full calendar this year, or this coming year.
They're trailing after 1. We've begun the second quarter. Mami, Cruz, Taulava, Trollano, and Kahilik for San Miguel.
Yeah, and there's a double team. Almost a turnover.
Nice save. Here's baseline drive. And he knocks down the defender. Kyle Pascual draws another offensive foul for Meralco.
Mautautua couldn't attack the double team, but he got the ball back. And then he wanted to attack the single coverage. Yun, tuloy siya natawagan ng offensive foul. Now in the first quarter, 9-2 ang advantage ng Meralco in fast break points. So it's something that they want to exploit. When Junmar Fajardo is inside the game, nag-slow down ang atake ng San Miguel.
4 kung pumasok. Bitin ang tira ni Bong Quinto. Gusto sana itabla ang score, but wasn't able to do it there. Don Trollano will go baseline. Lefty layup. Reverse does not get that board. Does not bounce properly, and we see the attack mula kay Banquero. He's fouled on the way to the hoop. He'll go to the line. For 2 free throws, Chris Banquero.
Looking very aggressive ang Meralco, attacking that basket, drawing the contact from San Miguel Beer. And yung recognition dito ng Meralco, especially with Coach Nenad Vucinic, is wala si Fajardo, wala din si Bronyal. Here's an opportunity for Brandon Bates to come back and see what he can do to dominate the boards. Alain Maliksi is on the floor here for Meralco.
Short on that second free throw, but Banquero chased it down but could not hang on to his own miss. So, pupunta na sa San Miguel na lamang ng 3. Tiongson, tahimik pa sa ating laban. They haven't set him up for those long toms.
Check that.
There you go.
Pero hindi pumasok. Check that. No, I thought Brandon Bates was on the floor. He's not on the floor. It's Kyle Pascual who's manning the slot here for the Bolts.
Medyo extended minutes na rin si Kyle Pascual. He's been in since that first period.
We're getting some good rebounds as well.
Well, he's stuck around this league just because he's a hard worker and likes to sacrifice his body para sa kanyang mga kupunan.
Ito yung backdoor play ng Meralco. Banquero getting the 2 points.
Oh, they're going to call a foul on Rayson, who was playing semi-aggressive defense against Tiongson.
Putting a lot of pressure on Johnson.
Ito yung pasa, oh.
Ang bilis. Backdoor play para kay Chris Banquero, who's been struggling, by the way, in this conference.
Kwame in the paint. Off again, 0 for 2 from the field. Gets it right back to swing the dunk. That's too strong also. Banquero hooks it over to Maliksi. Bangs into the defense. And in unison, the referees, together with Jericho Cruz, say that's an offensive foul. You know, they always want Alain Maliksi to get going. They've been doing that consciously mula nung nakabalik siya after a long spell on injury list. But
and they need him. They need him to be explosive as he was in the previous seasons. But he's only averaging 13 minutes a game in this conference as he's slowly getting back his form.
Tsaka wala pa sa timing talaga din. If you look at Alain Maliksi, he's not the same player just yet. They're hoping maybe for the playoffs, you know, his play can go up. Nice double. Oh, nakaikot pa si Bong Quinto.
And here's
setting up Maliksi. Cannot put in the three-pointer.
That was a wide open shot para sa kanya.
Hey, there was a time.
Look at the way.
3-on-1.
Trapping.
Behind the back. Then Rayson gets it to go. Nice extra pass from Quinto.
Yeah.
Naipit si Quinto ron. If he tried to shoot that, supalpal yun, sigurado.
But 3-on-2 fast break. Here's Rayson going down. It could be taking a foul. Here we go.
This is
Off
easy.
to the races.
This is going to be all.
Ito na naman.
Rayson the contact.
And he'll go to the line.
I love the way Cruz and Trollano ran down for defense because it looked like it's going to be an easy layup na para sa Bolts. Pero they gave some resistance. So, kailangan i-earn pa mula sa linya ni Kurt Rayson. Watch this. This is the play earlier.
Ang ganda ng pasa behind the back. Pero nakita natin, may dahilan kung bakit si Kurt Rayson nasa loob and why he has been able to crack the lineup once again. And it's because of his tough defense in the backcourt. He likes to trap. He also likes to run. And that's an advantage that Meralco has. Yung kanilang running attack. And we saw that in the first quarter. Nabanggit na natin, 9 and 2 ang advantage na transition points. He's Rayson. That's 1 out of 2.
At dalawa na lamang ng Meralco. They were down 4 at the start of the period. So, good run for them. 6-zip. Di pa nakashoot ang San Miguel sa second period. Jericho to Don T. That is a 3. Almost popped out. Dalawang isip. Itong bola.
And again, you don't leave someone like Trollano that wide open. You need to be able to contest his shot.
Lead swings back to San Miguel.
Got the switch. Banquero against a big guy. Shoots over it. Hindi na pumasok.
Too strong. And Kailix nakakuha ng rebound. Trollano. Kwame bouncing to Kahilig to Mo attacking the hoop. No go, gets it back.
And he will not score.
Balik sa linya and Mo will take 2. Ito yung kay Don Trollano. Extra pass from Jericho Cruz. Open na open. 3 atin sa atin ang Arena Plus Sportsbook.
And That play happened because Meralco's gambling on doubling and trapping the guys with the ball. Kanya mabilis ang ikot ng ball ng San Miguel to try to put Meralco slower in recovering off that double team.
First is good for Mo. Another one coming up for the big guy. Former #1 pick in the PBA draft. Missing the second. Banquero came out to receive. Too sharp on that one-hander.
Parang ginagaya niya si Aaron Black.
Oo nga.
Tira na yun.
Eh siya kanan talagang kamay. Hindi na mapasok. Si Aaron Black kaliwete. Napapasok na yung
napapasok.
Tautua.
He's going up against...
that swing of the arm.
Yeah, that's an offensive foul.
Will cost him, that's right.
He's just a bulldozer on the floor.
Hindi, yung kamay sa mukha eh. Tinan mo.
Ito talagang ano.
Yeah, yun eh. That swipe that did him in sa play na yun. Anyway, he'll head straight to the bench because guess who's back in the game? It's Junmar Fajardo. Tapos na maliligayang araw ng Meralco inside that painted area. Let's see.
Now Brandon Bates is back on the floor.
Well, that's the matchup.
Oh, but Kyle Pascual actually did a good job clearing the boards.
Maliksi trying to go baseline. Kahilig good D. Di makawala si Alain. Drop the race at 7 to shoot. Nakabantay sa kanya. Nakapapasok lang Rosales. Ball's up in the air. Cruz gets it. Almost tipped away by Maliksi. Rosales waits for his teammates. They want to add on to the 2-point lead. Rosales. Kick to Trollano. Another one. Too sharp and short. Here comes Banquero. Balik-balik tayo in the paint.
There's a foul. But challenge ni Kahilig.
Yeah.
Brandon Bates will go to the line and his free throw shooting will be tested. San Miguel playing with a rather small lineup here. Kahilig is playing the 4 position. Not Prondial. And kanina nakita natin si Moutang Tua going back to the bench. And Brandon Bates, he's had his problems shooting from a free throw line.
Oh, that was way off that first one. Just as you said. That was...
Brandon Bates shooting only 40.9% from the line. Last season, he shot slightly better at 44.4% in the same conference.
It is a challenge for him every time. Second one.
That's strong. 0 out of 2.
Cruz contra Banquero. Cruz straight to the hoop. Missed it, but Junmar is always there. That's why they're so confident in driving. Basta nandyan si Junmar.
Almost a steal.
Oh, Reza tried to pick it up. And then San Miguel's able to take that one away. Geronteng. Down to Junmar. Can't be sloppy when San Miguel players are around you. Rosales hoists it from 3 too strong. And in that scramble for the ball, it's Meralco's ball, sabi ni Tokayong Charlie Amparado.
Ito makita natin yung pick set by Junmar Fajardo. Just an easy ball screen. And Junmar Fajardo, after he sets the pick, you need to be able to box him out in case there might be a possibility of an offensive rebound.
Rosales knocks down Rayson. It's going to be a holding foul. Says referee Carlo Vergara. Free throws para kay Rayson sapagkat nasa penalty na ang San Miguel.
A lot of basketball time left. That's 6:29 to go.
Something Meralco can take advantage of.
Well, for San Miguel, because they have such a deep bench, their players really don't mind giving up the fouls, no? If they need to play the physical defense. And Rayson, that's his second missed free throw.
That's right. And for a guy as good as this guy can shoot.
Yeah, he is a shooter.
He's left 2 free throws short.
Also, he hasn't had too much playing time. There was a stretch when he missed 7 straight games.
Look at Meralco's free throw shooting so far. Now 6 of 14. That's 8 misses already here. They're only down by 3.
Kanina si Brandon Bates was 0 out of 2. Playing small ang San Miguel here with Junmar Fajardo, the only big guy on the floor. Losing possession in San Miguel. Will it be Meralco's ball? No, 7 seconds on the shot clock and ball will remain with San Miguel.
San Miguel Beer calls a timeout with 6:12 remaining in the first half.
I'm bring the ball out of bounds here, okay? And then, CJ, I want you to be here, okay? Okay, and then, this is okay? This is Dilma, okay, Dilma. And this is Don Collaro, okay? Okay. CJ, attack mo ka dito, okay? And then, Dilma, stay here. This is my screen, okay? Jeron, okay? And then, Dilma, Don. Okay, pwede dito, pwede doon. And then, watch out! Hey.
Junmar Fajardo, always the center of discussion kapag San Miguel na pinag-uusapan. And, you know, his numbers may not be as high as they used to be sa komperensyang ito, as the Dean related earlier. But when you've got Junmar there, parang ka nakasandal sa pader.
36 years old, Junmar Fajardo continues to truck 9 MVP awards. That's 9 out of the last 10 years. Kanya yung MVP awards. The only player na nakasingit dun is si Scottie Thompson. Junmar Fajardo continues to be a dominant factor. As we mentioned kanina, he's exploring different facets of his game. He's become a facilitator in his newly rediscovered role for San Miguel Beer.
He was an okay passer ever since, but he's really stepped up sa departamento ngayon, looking for teammates, especially those that cut from the weak side or towards the middle. And that's really helped the attack of San Miguel, di ba? Parang
at saka masyado siyang pasensyoso ngayon, Charlie.
Masyado. Kasi di ba, grabe yung focus sa kanya ang depensa. So when he passes, there's always someone open. Miss there from Rosales, almost halfway or just about halfway sa ating second period. Meralco naghahabol. Lumang na sila ng konti dito sa sandali dito sa ating second quarter, but they lost it. Now it's Hodge. Hodge will turn, go up strong, and get it to go. The old man just keeps plugging away, and I say old man with so much respect because he's been around that Meralco camp forever.
He's an excellent operator at the low post. Now, Kurt Grayson is getting extended minutes dito.
Tagal na nga ng playing time. As Marshall misses the rim. When's the last time you saw that happen? And Teng is able to put it in on the second try.
That's the floor that he's known for, Jeron Teng. Ito makita natin si Chris Yusuf ngayon na nagpapapa ng bola. I thought it was a reason kung bakit si Grayson is on the floor to give Chris Yusuf more opportunities.
They threw that one away. Ito na, white shirts on the run.
Naka-steal si
CJ was anticipating a whistle, it never came. That's why we're running the other way.
Oh, nice no-look pass. And Grayson scoring.
Perez cannot believe it.
Halos tinapon na lang yung bola, no?
Akala niya kasi
he gave away the
bibito na agad
possession, but you do not ever anticipate kung ano yung tatawagan ng referees.
There's that knuckleball 3. Jeron Teng puts it in.
That's 2 straight baskets now for Jeron Teng. Teng is shooting 37.5% from 3-point distance.
Hodge wants it. They double team him. Tried to bring it out. Stepped out of bounds. Hule his right foot, or left foot rather. Stepped out of bounds right here in front of us. Ella, anong kwento mo?
Attorney in the Dean, ito ang kwento sa timeout huddle of Meralco. Coach Nenad emphasized to the players to watch Junmar. He also urged the players to seal Junmar Fajardo, and he also asked the team to pass the ball around more. Balik muna sa inyo.
Don't watch Junmar Fajardo. Guard him. Oh, di ba? Ganun dapat eh.
Cancino's back on the floor, by the way. Cancino's not scored. Ito na naman si Jeron. Is he gonna score again? This time he misses.
Almost. So close, but no goal. Under 4 minutes remaining. Hodge all the way in, and the reach-in foul from Jeron Teng, who immediately puts up his hand and says, I did it. So free throws for Cliff Hodge, who is a bit shaken up after that.
It was a hard foul given up by Jeron. Pero umaatako doon si Cliff Hodge.
Eh, hard naman lagi. That's how he plays. Jeron Teng, play hard always.
And that transition attack has been working para sa Meralco, even if they're down by 4 at this point.
Oh, is he gonna do a one-handed? Yeah.
But he misses.
Iba na naman ang form ni Cliff Hodge. This is different from what he was shooting earlier in the conference. Halos wala ng tulong mula sa left hand.
And so many players are experimenting on different free throw methods. Bo Belga, for instance, has been experimenting on different methods. Ito yung halos one-hander.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Second one is a swish for Cliff Hodge. Whatever works, right?
6 points na para sa kanya. I think nakikita ni Coach Leo Oster yung transition attack ng Meralco. They've been running, kanya it's a small line that they have on the floor surrounding Junmar Fajardo.
Teng, nowhere to go. And yun, naubos na yung oras ng San Miguel. They forgot there was a shot clock ticking. And Meralco playing good defense in that sequence.
Yan yung trademark ng Meralco. They make you commit mistakes in your half-court set because of their tough defense. Tatlong lamang ng San Miguel is Aaron Black. Kurt Grayson actually did a good job in his stint on the floor. Cancino, hindi pa nagpaparamdam dito. That's a shot, and he missed.
And Marshall Laffiter gets that. He thought about it. Didn't take it. 3 minutes to go in the second quarter. CJ against CJ. CJ Perez wins that battle.
He's just a creator on the floor, creating that situation for himself on a one-on-one move.
Single, we got 3 fouls, okay? So play tough on it, okay? You don't have fouls, you got 1, 2. All right, okay. So play single tough, all right? You can all defense, guys, okay? You gotta execute everything. Let's game, challenge your ball.
The game's on Sunday at the Smart Araneta Coliseum. It's going to be the Templados Hot Shots against the Tropang 5G and then Ginebra Titan. That game, had Ginebra lost against Rain or Shine, that Ginebra Titan game would have been titanic. Would have meant so much, pero dahil nga nanalo ng Ginebra, na-eliminate ng Titan. But let's see how Calvin Abueva
and so now we have
will end this conference, as he's had a splendid conference.
Calvin, yes. But the 8 quarterfinalists have been named. So alam na natin kung sinong papasok sa quarterfinals.
Placings na lang, ano?
Yes, yun lang hindi natin alam. Who will be the final 4 quarterfinalists? That's still in question, except for San Miguel at saka Rain or Shine.
Cancino on the move, looking to score. Off the glass, wala, Almazan, blocked away by Ross. Everybody's asking for a foul. Bola pa rin ng Meralco, 13 seconds sa kanilang shot clock. So Cancino yet to score After 3 straight best player of the game performances, Newsom the bounce, the jumper is off target, and Junmar Fajardo, once he's got the inside track, that's an easy rebound for him each time.
Newsom also struggling in offense, only 2 points in this game.
Jeron again. Oh, that's way
Wild
off.
shot.
But then yun na nga, Junmar there, unable to keep it alive, and Jeron Teng tried to tap it to Marshall Lassiter. Went out of bounds, so Meralco nakaswerte sa play na yun. Trailing by 5, 2:15 to go.
And once more, Meralco forcing San Miguel to take very poor shots and also blocking out Junmar Fajardo to get control of the offensive rebound.
Aaron Black. Now Cancino. Will he try again? Yes. The attack. And then finally, he connects. Guys got some moves.
And more points in the paint for Meralco. They're attacking Junmar Fajardo.
Marshall. Outside to Perez. Extra pass to Ross. Can he put that one in? No. Tulakan sa rebound. May matatawagan na nakaitim. Trying to push Fajardo out of the way. Raymond Almazan is the guilty party. First personal ni Raymond yan. Rock and roll. You know.
Both teams now in the penalty.
14 seconds on the shot clock.
Wide open shot yun for Chris Ross. Hindi lang pumasok.
When he blows hot and cold from out there are times he's really on target. Nakasampu nga yan sa isang game, di ba? Oh, there's a miss. But Junmar na naman! Ano ba nga ba? Nothing new. Offensive rebounds. He holds the record in the PBA. So he's just adding offensive rebounds to his record. Marshall Lassiter's just adding 3-pointers to his record. You got guys here who are all-time greats on that San Miguel team.
And they're all record breakers. Atake ni Jeron Teng, nakapulot ng offensive rebound na naman si Junmar Fajardo. And if you're Meralco, you just need to be aware kung nasan si Junmar pag umatake ng San Miguel. You don't want him claiming those offensive rebounds. Plus, if he does, you'll likely foul him. Ayun, magkakaroon ng 3-point play opportunity.
I had this casual basketball fan friend, Dean, who told me before, si Junmar parang offensive rebound, ba't di mo na i-back out? Sabi ko, sige, ikaw, subukan mo nga.
Salamat ni Junmar.
To the corner, Marshall releases. He still cannot put it in. Nagpagkaan yung dalawang Darcius, Newsom, and Almazan not talking. They bump into each other, and CJ Perez gets an easy one.
It's an 8-point lead now opened up by San Miguel. We've been talking about yung depensa ng
no foul
Meralco. But what about the defense of San Miguel? They've been able to get possessions away from Meralco.
Hodge is upset because he felt he was knocked down again. He's wondering what he needs to do to get a call. In the meantime, walo na kanilang hinahabol. 44.2 remaining. All to the action.
Jeron Teng actually has been doing a good defensive job on Cliff Hodge. Forced him to a sideline violation. Stepping, tapos ngayon, another turnover.
San Miguel asking for a flop from Cliff Hodge. They got one earlier. But Hodge is insisting, I'm not just falling by myself. People are hitting me or pushing me down. So it's a bit of a he said, she said. But the referees decided to let that one go. No call either way. Here's Chris Newsom. You mentioned this deal already. Just 2 points, 1 out of 4 from the field in 12 minutes of action. They need him to step up a little bit offensively.
And I think the Bolts need to focus on playing what they're supposed to be doing the best, yung defensa nila. Instead of just complaining to the referees, it's taking away their focus.
It's a 10-3 run para sa San Miguel Beer. Kaya naman walo na kanilang lamang. Kunin mo ng 10. First double-digit lead of the game, Dean.
An easy 2 points.
And Marshall couldn't get it from outside. He just decided to attack the hoop. As Newsom will try to, and he gets it as well. CJ looking at the clock. It's last shot time. San Miguel's going to be up. We'll know by how many in about 10 seconds. Ito si CJ Perez. Nagka-calculate na utak niyan. Umatake. Sabay na wala sa kanyang bola. May oras pa si Aaron. Whoa, gave it up to Newsom, and that's going to be too late. San Miguel maintains its lead. Actually, napalaki nila. It's 8 at the half, 49-41. They head back to the dugouts. Our Babat player of the half is CJ Perez, brought to us by Devant. Enjoy unforgettable TV Babat moments with your family only with Devant. 14-4 already for CJ.
Welcome back to the 50th season of the PBA. My name is Ella Gomez, patrolling the sidelines of our second game of the day. That is between the Meralco Bolts contra San Miguel Beermen, and at the half, the score is 41-49 in favor of SMB. A very close game at kaabang-abang nga naman po ang game na ito, kaya wag po kayong bibitiw dahil maya-maya lamang ay babalikan na po natin ang laban. And speaking of kaabang-abang, abangan po natin ang ating mga games on Sunday dahil last day of the elimination round po sa Araneta Coliseum. Our first game is between Tropang 5G and Magnolia. Second game naman po natin ay between Ginebra and Titan. Kaya po ito ang mga kailangan natin abangan. At speaking of warm na kaabang-abang, balikan po muna natin yung talagang mainit na pagtanggap ng mga ka-PBA natin sa Bahrain. Naging successful po ang ating game noong December 17 sa Bahrain. That was between Rain or Shine kontra Ginebra. Kaya naman po maraming salamat sa inyong patuloy na pagsuporta sa amin mga ka-PBA. And speaking of patuloy na pagsuporta, balikan po natin ang mga kaganapan sa Batang PBA sa Middle East headed by Assistant Coach Richard Del Rosario ng Ginebra. Let's watch this.
The Batang PBA goes global as it brings the tournament in the Middle East, eyeing to discover and develop young talents overseas. And today, we'll get a preview of this exciting partnership.
Well, it started when we were in Saudi Arabia, dun sa Gilas window natin. We had discussions already because ang daming OFWs based in the Middle East, of course, malaki yung Filipino community, and wala silang platform talaga to really showcase yung talent ng kids here. They have small leagues, but again, what we like to do is really makita yung mailabas natin yung talent of the kids here in the Middle East, and so what better way than to partner with the PBA and to share yung ginagawa ng PBA in the Philippines, yung batang PBA natin doon, and para ma-experience rin ng kids and yung mga kababayan natin here in the Middle East on what it feels like to be playing under PBA rules. And of course, magkaroon rin ng solidarity dito sa Middle East.
Magiging same setup ng PBA natin, and syempre mas papagandahin natin para mas maraming sumaling mga bata and yung mga parents din para maging masaya sila. The format will be 4 categories, so U19, U16, U14, and U12. And then yung mga invited teams natin, they're from Saudi Arabia, from Bahrain, the UAE, Kuwait, and Qatar. Maraming club teams na makakasali. Our vision tsaka yung mission talaga namin is to give the opportunity to the OFW kids. Kasi syempre, yun nga, wala nga opportunity talaga dito masyado sa Middle East. Yun yung pinaka-goal namin nila, Coach Richard.
Right now, we're just looking at a 3-day tournament just to start it off. And hopefully, once we get this going, we can go to other parts of the Middle East or even other countries, and sana nga magtuloy-tuloy na itong Batang PBA International. Yung mga interested to join, you can follow yung social media pages namin, Batang PBA Middle East, on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. We'll give the details there para maka-join yung mga bata. So kasi namin talaga inclusive. That's why dinamihan namin yung age groups at pati yung teams, so 4 to 18. So hopefully marami na talaga masasali mga bata.
To all the parents and coaches around the Middle East, we're inviting you to join the Batang PBA Middle East. Just contact us or message us sa pages namin, and makikita niyo yung number ko naman dun. So yun, everybody's welcome, and para sa lahat ng mga batang Pilipino.
Sa ating mga kababayan in the Middle East, especially mga kabataan, come and join and support ang Batang PBA Middle East. Ito po ay para sa inyo, para makita yung mga talento ng mga batang Pilipino dito sa Middle East. And hopefully, who knows, na merong lumabas na future Gilas players from our countrymen here in the Middle East. So follow our social media pages, Batang PBA Middle East, on Facebook, and Instagram, and in TikTok, and to get more details.
1/4, one dream, one nation. Beyond borders, beyond limits, the PBA at 50 continues its efforts, extending its reach and influence with the Batang PBA Middle East.
We're at halftime here at the Ninoy Aquino Stadium. 49-41, San Miguel ahead by 8 over the Meralco Bulls. Nice little run that San Miguel did towards the end of that second quarter, team to pull away a little bit.
Offensive rebounds ng San Miguel, especially with Jumar Fajardo sa loob. Tapos yung kanilang outside shooting, especially from three-point distance, has been terrific. 5 3-pointers already connected by San Miguel. Ang Meralco ni isa, wala pa.
Ito yung ating mga statistics na importante at the break.
Yung field goal percentage, okay, lamang ang Meralco. But you take a look at the attempts from the field. Ang San Miguel is plus 10 in that department, so they have more attempts that they're taking. And even if they're shooting less, they're making it up with volume. Sa fast break points, yun naman ang plus point ng Meralco, 15-2. Sa perimeter points, 70-6. Nabanggit na natin about the three-point shooting ng San Miguel and the three-point shooting woes ng Meralco. And the offensive rebounds plus second chance points. Ang laki ng lamang. Advantage San Miguel, 10-5 in offensive rebounds. At sa second chance points naman, you saw that, no? 12-2 ang advantage ng San Miguel.
3 guys with 6 points para sa Meralco to lead them in scoring. Blacks got 5. CJ Perez leading everybody with 14. Junmar with just 9. Then Don Troliano 2 threes and an 8-point total. Jericho Cruz has got 6. So yan nga yung ating mga scorers at the half. That's all gonna change in the second half for sure.
Hindi natin nakikita yung pangalan ni Newsome.
That's right.
Who's been struggling.
Si
Cancino.
Banquero as well.
Si Cancino, wala pa dyan. He's the leading scorer of Meralco.
We're getting ready for second half action here at the NAS. And of course, CJ not done sa kanyang trabaho. Earlier, the TNT Tropang 5G defeated Blackwater 113-96. Calvin Oftana scored a conference high 25 points on 6 3-pointers. So, he hasn't had a outstanding conference because ngayon lang siya nag-25. Dati parang every game siya nag-25 si Calvin Oftana. So,
Well, he's had his problems with his injury.
Right.
Hindi nga nakalaro sa Gilas in the last window ng FIBA.
We're gonna have a ceremony at the half court. So, we're gonna turn it over now to our venue announcer.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Before we continue with the ball game, we will proceed with the auction trophy and proceeds turnover. PBA fans, sa pangunguna ng TV5 at Alagang Kapatid Foundation Incorporated, tumulong ang PBA sa mga nasalanta ng bagyo noong nakaraang buwan. At kasama natin ngayon, mga ka-PBA, ang highest bidder sa ginawang auction. To officially turn over the trophy and proceeds, may we call on PBA Commissioner Willie Marshall, Meralco Bulls Team Governor Attorney William Pamintuan, San Miguel Beermen Team Manager Mr. G. Apanilla, Beatrice Rodriguez of Alagang Kapatid Foundation Incorporated, Pinoy Pawn Star Boss Toyo, and PBA's only 9-time MVP, donating his first ever MVP trophy from the San Miguel Beermen, Junmar Fajardo.
So yan, na-turn over na yung 160,000 pesos sa Alagang Kapatid. Yan ang winning bid para sa unang MVP trophy ni Junmar Fajardo, which he donated to raise funds nga para sa Bayanihan Drive.
Priceless yan, Charlie. Yung trophy na yan, the very first of 9 MVP trophies ni Junmar Fajardo has been bought.
That's the fellow who won that auction. They call him Boss Toyo.
Kanya na yan, At yung binayad niya, dinonate naman sa alagang PBA. What a gesture.
Will be put to good use. No diversions or ghost projects for that, right? Okay, second half action nag-umpisa na. Marshall in the paint against Aaron Black, and he puts that one in. The veteran, you know, this guy can score in so many different ways. He stretches it to a 10-point lead sa pag-umpisa pa lang ng ating third quarter.
And notice the facilitator in that play was Junmar Fajardo. Siya nakakuha ng bola on the high post, and then rather at the high top of the key, and then he gave it up to Marshall.
Turnover Meralco. CJ soaring in para sa layup na yun. Quick 4 points for San Miguel. It's a 12-point lead.
And San Miguel now attacking the inside. Getting 2 layups. And here's
3-pointer coming from Raymond. And a much needed basket mula kay Raymond Albazan. His second attempt from there. His first make in this game. Baba kay Junmar. Junmar makes his move. Backing down Raymond Albazan. Wow. He just toyed with Raymond Albazan on that play. Raymond was desperately trying to push him out, trying to play defense. Watch this. Bangga. Nandun siya. Wala.
Meralco's gonna pay the price. Kung single coverage, hindi na mapipigilan si Junmar Fajardo once he sets his mind to scoring. That's basket after basket for San Miguel inside the painted area.
Balik sa 12 lamang. You know, they got it down to 9, but the 3-pointer ni Albazan, 3-point play naman ni Junmar ang sinagot ng ASMB.
Ito nakakatakot sa San Miguel because we discussed in the first half how San Miguel dominated the perimeter points. Ngayon, dito sa ating second half, they're just killing Meralco from the inside.
Oh, look at the double. They tied up Chris Newsom, and they're going to call a held ball. So they force him into a jump. That's Rodney Brundial.
And that's 0.8 of a second left.
Oo nga. Makuha ng Meralco yan. Kailangan bato agad patungong basket.
Tama.
But Ross gets it anyway. Meralco faltering right now here in the third quarter. CJ for 3. That's good! That's a 15-point lead.
Yeah, they're looking to break the game open dito sa the third quarter.
Meralco seems to have run out of steam after a nice first quarter and a half.
Ang tindi ng depensa ng San Miguel. Now, Newsom forced to go one-on-one, and there is a pass and a connection.
Cancino. Yeah, pangalawang basket ni CJ Cancino yan.
That took an extra pass galing kay Chris Newsom for him to score. 13-point ang lamang ng San Miguel. Here we go with Junmar Fajardo once more.
Familiar.
No double. Ito na yung double.
Play. Oh, they forced it away.
Yeah, he lost it.
Sneaky ni CJ Cancino from behind. Cancino lost the dribble, but able to recover. Nawala na sa kanya din eh. Pero recover niya, tapos may 3-point play opportunity pa.
And for San Miguel, when you see your opponent lose possession in the way that Cancino bobbled, ito makita natin, no? You need to be able to make sure that you're aggressive in getting that ball out of his hands. Ito, naka 3-point play tuloy si Cancino. Lead chopped down to 10.
7 points na si CJ Cancino. 9.5 remaining in the third. CJ Perez outside to Ross. CJ from 4. Wala yan. Nakuha na ni Aaron Black. Meralco looking to bring it down to single digits. And Black off the glass, no go. Bagsak si Rodney Brundial. And they're going to call a foul against a Meralco player. While they're reviewing this, we are going to go to Ella.
Attorney Dean, during the halftime huddle of the Meralco Bolts, Coach Sandro said that they discussed low energy of the team. The players need to make their free throws and address the horrible first half from the team. Over on the side of SMB naman, Coach Peter said that right now it's becoming of a possession game. So the more possession they have, the better. And Coach also pointed out the team shows a lot of effort, especially for a non-bearing game, which is what they want. And they need to address the second half, however, how Meralco is outrunning them. The coaches emphasized naman on taking advantage of their personnel in terms of height and depth. Balik muna sa inyo.
Thanks a lot, Ella.
Yung height and depth, key factors yan ng San Miguel. They are number 1 sa liga natin in bench points. They are deep. And they need to exploit that.
San Miguel looking to extend this double-digit lead.
There's a switch. Newsom now on Ross. They need to get that ball back in the hands of CJ. Oh, but Ross opted to take it all by himself. Tuloy, nawala sa kanyang ball. Hold on. There's going to be a jump ball.
Just couldn't hold on to it properly. So Fajardo ties him up and dragged him around a little bit on the hard court.
And that should put a smile on the face of Coach Leo Austria.
Yeah.
Sabi nga ni Ella kanina, as we've been saying also, that this is a no-bearing game for San Miguel. Pagkita natin yung tenacity nila in trying to get back that possession and tying up Raymond Almazan for this jump ball.
Well, you know, I'm pretty sure they saw Meralco and they said, we want to beat these guys kasi tinalo tayo ng mga yan dati. Cancino missing the layup, but he draws another foul. Tutungo sa linya si CJ for 2 free throws. And, you know, you see the idea right now. Newsom wants to push and just get transition points as quickly in the offense as they can. And it's working a little bit here in the third.
And they did a good job of that actually in the first half. Yung mga fast break attack, 15-2. Transition points advantage ng Meralco.
Two for 2 on that trip yet again. That's an 8-point lead para sa San Miguel. CJ Cancino coming alive. He's got 9. Di mabigay ni Chris Ross kay CJ. They tried to go to Junmar na anticipate ni Cancino yan. Cancino kicks to Newsom. Can't put in the 3. Kept alive. Aaron Black. Fresh 14 for the Bolts. Na kay Newsom. Oh, he babied that one.
That's intimidating presence with Junmar Fajardo. And that ball is still loose. There's going to be a foul.
Yeah, it's going to be Marshall Lassiter.
It will be on Marshall. 14-second shot clock period for Meralco. Meralco now playing with a lot more energy than it showed sa pag-umpisa ng ating third quarter. Lassiter back on the bench.
Newsom makes his move. Lefty layup will not drop. Looking for a 3-point play opportunity, pero dalawang free throws naman ang bibigay sa kanya.
And for Meralco, continuing to attack the interior. That's 14 fouls now on San Miguel. Marami pang oras dito, 7:53. Meralco will continue to stay aggressive and capitalize on the team foul situation ng San Miguel. But Newsman missing the first free throw.
Chris Newsom averaging 15 points, 4 boards, and 3 assists more or less, but only 40% from the field. Needs to be better from there. But nabanggit mo nga din kanina, he is really what makes the Meralco motor run. And when he plays well, he always gives them a chance.
But he missed 2 free throws,
right.
And he's a 91.7% free throw shooter.
No longer. That dropped below 90 now.
Now he's feeling the pressure, and the pressure being that Meralco needs to win this game to keep its hopes alive for a Final Four finish.
Top 4, yeah. Ito si Brunjal, hindi nakuha ang bola. Black is ahead of the back, but Cruz will give chase. Hindi na at the end, pinabayaan na rin ni Jericho yun.
Now 6-point lead. Here is pressure defense here.
Tignan naman yun. Cancino just coming out of nowhere. So medyo nagigising sa depensa itong Meralco Bolts, which is what is needed to come back. It's down to just 6.
As soon as this guy starts waiting for you, stay down low, this guy, okay, stay down low, and then look to cut into this gap. You stay here, okay, in case he does get there and we cannot pass that, so we go next one with Cliff, okay? Cliff and you go, okay? AB on the other side. Cliff here, Raymond, actually, Raymond, stay up here. In case...
CJ Cancino taking charge para sa Meralco Bolts. He's their leading scorer and averaging 17 points in their first games, but then 23.7 in the last 3. Kung saan nga nag-best player siya sa tatlong panalo na iyon. Maganda kasi sa kanya, magaling mag-finish. Nasa mid-range, can shoot the 3. And hits his free throws too. So El has more of that.
Yes, Attorney and Dean, according to CJ Cancino, his back-to-back-to-back best player of the game performance is him showing up tuwing tinatawag siya on the court. He needs to stay ready raw with every opportunity he gets to play. Ang mindset niya nga raw is he cannot be a weak link kasi di siya gagamitin, so he has been working on at pinapatunayan niyang he can stay consistent. At this point raw, his teammates are treating him as someone na papunta na sa next part ng laro niya, which is mas maging matalino on the court with better shot selection and in making decisions. CJ says he is always happy to get feedback and learn more to keep improving. Balik muna sa inyo.
Bata pa naman, lots of room for improvement. But there's a response from San Miguel Beer coming off the timeout. A shot from Rodney Brunjal, balik sa 8. Ang kanilang lamang under 7 minutes to go here in the third.
And that was a push shot coming from Rodney Brunjal. And good defense by Meralco because hindi nila pinatira si JMF, hindi nila pinatira si CJ, but Brunjal rising to the occasion. Here's another flip shot coming from Black.
Yeah, that was off target.
Oh.
Looked like a pass actually to Almazan, but it wasn't. You know, it just happened to turn out that way.
Now, because of the switch, ginaha Almazan on Brunjal.
Ross, umatake, iniiwan kay CJ. Layup is good.
Easy 2 points.
And just like that, back to 10 yung lamang ng San Miguel.
And that's because of ball movement ng San Miguel. Umiikot ang bola, hanap sila ng puwang. And the creator, si CJ Perez, getting it done. Here's a 3-pointer.
I don't know, you know, he can hit that from time to time, but that may not be the go-to shot that Meralco would like.
Yeah, especially they're facing a 10-point deficit at this stage. Jericho Cruz so aggressive on the offensive end.
Passes inside, who hooks it over his head. Perez unable to convert. Nag-wrestling si Black at si Brunjal. Who's gonna get called for it?
Looks like a double foul.
Is that what
Was that the signal?
Peclaro is saying? So double foul.
Yeah, it is a double foul.
Jump ball at center court. Neither team will have advantage.
Kanina, Charlie, napagit mo yung free throw shooting. How important it is in this game. Right now, ang Meralco has missed 11. And they're down 10.
That's right. So it's going to be Newsom and Junmar. Tama ba? Oh, it's going to be Hodge, right. Nakuha na ng San Miguel. Easy win on the tip mula kay Junmar. Perez, didiskarte. Nasa pintura na. Ortiz na naman sa rebound. Nakuha na rin Banquero. Banquero, pinagmamasdan yung kanyang mga teammates. Binigay kay Cancino. Steps into a 3. Pasok yan for CJ!
Oh, he's really red hot. Dito sa ating third period, already 10 out of his 12 points scored. And we still have 5:19 to go here in this quarter.
Pass inside, ball's on the floor. Oh, they're gonna call a hold on Banquero. Almost a turnover forced by Meralco, but then nahuli si Banquero. Ito yung pasa across, straight to Cancino, steps into that 3-pointer brought to us by Arena Plus Sportsbook. 7 ang lamang ng San Miguel, 5 minutes and 13 remaining. Penultimate elimination round day today. All ends on Sunday when all teams would have played their 11th game.
Oh, what a shot coming from Chris Ross. A back shot 4 points.
Guy just aimed for the window. Is what he did.
Wala nang option to pass because good straight-up defense played by Meralco.
Newsome fading from the side. That's too strong an air ball. What a 4 that was for Chris Ross to stretch the lead to 11. Nobody expected that. Brandon Bates just runs into Junmar Fajardo, couldn't control his momentum, kaya naman foul si Brandon Bates.
Ito makita natin, yung 4-pointer galing kay Chris Ross. Wala siyang mapasahan, tinira na lang yung bola. Pumasok off the window. What a shot coming from Chris Ross.
Swishing the first free throw, Junmar Fajardo. That lead is growing once again, and as Bongquito comes back in, we'll turn it over to Ella.
Attorney Indin, kwento ni Junmar Fajardo na auctioning his first MVP trophy was a decision he made because sabi niya, ang mga Cebuano special masyado yan sila sa akin. Actually, siya nagsabi na instead jersey ibigay niya, which was yung hiningi sa kanya, he opted to give his first MVP trophy for a more valuable possession up for auction. Nung monday niya lang raw nalaman na may nanalo na sa bidding at masaya raw siyang makakatulong siya sa mga nasalanta ng bagyo. Kwento ni Junmar na, oo, MVP trophy ito. Pero para sa akin, ang totoong MVP ay ang mga nabaha, nawalan ng trabaho, nasalanta na, and despite all that, they choose to keep fighting. Sila ang totoong MVP. Balik muna sa inyo.
Well, you know how Junmar is. He's such a humble fellow.
Yeah. That's such a nice report coming from Ella. And talking about Junmar, eto na naman siya. Goes to the painted area.
You know, aside from being a very humble fellow, he's also quite a basketball player.
Yeah, a very dominant player. Watch it here. Nandun yung depensa. But nandun si Junmar Fajardo with an easy layup.
Yeah, he's a man among boys once he puts his mind to it. It's a big lead right now, 13 points. We'll be back.
Priority natin, okay? Okay, magkaop. Hey, pause action tayo, pause action. Okay, make it sure. Once you get the ball, you stay here. Okay, ang passer, improve your shooting position. But, hey, ganito, these two guys, pagka ito tumobol, ito putalon, pwede kayong kumat. Ito pwede kumaka, okay? Pagka tumobol, okay? And then, nag-pick and roll. Pakita ka dito, katulad na nangyari kanina. Okay, pinaut ka lang eh. Pero pakita ka para hindi makaya.
Itong San Miguel Beer, malaki talagang bagay si Junmar Fajardo for more than a decade already. 16-8, 2 with 2 blocks. He's perfect from the line. And the thing is, you know, he's such an assurance to his teammates kasi yung kumpiyansa nila, once he's on the floor, it just really rises.
Junmar at the line. You mentioned that he hasn't missed a free throw in this contest. Actually, before this game, only a 57.1% shooter from the line. Ang dahil niyang ginagawa, no? He's such a dominant force on the floor.
Lumalaki na nga ito lamang. Biggest lead of the game, 14 points na ito. Ay, nag-15 yata. Biggest lead ba ito? 15-point lead kanina. Okay. Almost there again. Banquero to Hodge. Will try to make his move in the paint. Lefty, hook shot, no go. Another board para kay Junmar Fajardo.
It's tough when you're trying to play against a double trouble defensive alignment ng San Miguel, like what Cliff Hodge did.
Whistle at the baseline.
You need to attack from the outside, like what Meralco was doing earlier on. When you're attacking the interior defense of San Miguel, you need to use speed, mobility, and attacking from the outside. But if you're playing a post-up game and you're trying to put up jump hooks, walang mangyayari. Guys are too big in defending that painted area.
That's a missed free throw from Jericho Cruz. But they can afford that at this point. It's a 14-point lead. adjusts and knocks down free throw number 2.
15 points now ang lamang ng San Miguel. The catalyst here for Meralco has been CJ Cancino. He needs to get that ball.
Lead just growing for San Miguel. Meralco looking for points from someone other than CJ. Oh, that is an air ball. I know that is not traveling Mr. Ross as he was signaling, because there was a legitimate attempt, and even if it doesn't hit the rim, that's the new rule, diba?
That is a new rule.
You can catch it.
Yes.
So that's all right.
In the old rule, that would have been travel.
Tama.
Junmar
Junmar will
Fajardo.
sit. Oh,
Yeah.
pahinga muna siya, which of course will give a little hope to Meralco. Pretty sure that boosts their confidence. They go inside. Bong goes over to Hodge. He'll turn, take the jumper, and that's way off. Brandon Bates keeps it alive, but he can't control it. Nothing there from Meralco. A chance to make this the biggest lead of the game. Kung baka score ang Sarax ng Meralco, nag-adjust ng San Miguel. They've got 5 block shots in this game, being compared to 0 for Meralco.
At saka yung double trouble defensive nila sa loob. No? This time, JMF is sitting down. But Coach Leo Astra, he's learned from what happened in the first half when gumagana yung opensa ng Meralco, when he had just one big man on the floor and playing small. This time, he's got Mo and Brondial playing together. That's the ideal combination, that double center defense and offense combination ng San Miguel.
1 out of 2 from the line. 16-point lead. This is the biggest lead of the game. Banquero to Hodge. He slipped, but then recovered. 2 minutes and 25 to go. Someone's down. So that's Jericho Cruz, I believe. Got hit in the crossfire somehow.
Both teams are advised to observe proper bench report.
And i-review ng ating mga referees ito. Jericho Cruz is smiling though. So, he's okay.
Jericho, huh? This guy's got quite a body.
Yeah.
Huh?
Well, he's a power guard.
Oh.
That's what you call it. He's one of those guys. You know, in the mold of Rudy Distrito, that type of guard. You know, ganyang kalalaki.
Bato-bato ito si Jericho. You see the Meralco players are huddling, getting together. They need to
They really
regroup.
need to talk, yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot to chat about.
Actually, in the middle of this quarter, magandang pinakita nila. They were able to whittle down that lead with CJ Cancino scoring 10 of his 12 points here in this quarter. Tapos,
Flagrant foul
di na
penalty
nasugdan.
1 on Cliff Hodge.
F1.
Cliff Hodge has to sit on the bench for 3 minutes.
Cliff Hodge.
Cliff Hodge, yeah.
And he goes over to Jericho and taps him.
Ito makita natin. They've been at it since the beginning. Yun. Tumama yung siko ni Cliff Hodge.
Cliff will have to sit for 3 playing
Yeah,
minutes at least.
That's an F1. He's lucky that he only got an F1 because that elbow was above the neck, or maybe even on the neck.
But Jericho Cruz is all right as he hits the first free throw, and this lead just keeps growing. It's up to 17 already. San Miguel Beer has 27 points in this quarter.
And what's very frightening is that it's not just their offense. They're number 1 in the league in offense. They're averaging 109 points a game. But yung depensa pinapakita nila dito, no, has been very impressive.
What an offensive attack mula sa San Miguel Beer, just pouring on the points. Yung para sa Meralco naman, paisa-isa lang na basket. As Cancino turns, and now another San Miguel Beer guy on the floor.
And Meralco just going back to its running attack. They need to be able to score points in a hurry to bring down this big lead ng San Miguel. And Cancino is the right man to do it. He's about to break it to double figures. And then nakaka-double figures na. Naka-12 na. Yeah, naka-12 na si CJ Cancino.
So, you know, Kahilig, it's a double whammy because he gets called for the foul, but he got popped in the face, he says. So, He sends Cancino to the line now with 13 points. Gumising rin sa second half si CJ Cancino. Problem is, the rest of the Bolts didn't come along for the ride. He's got stats across the board. And he's still okay from the line.
Jericho Cruz talking to the technical committee saying that he got hit kind of like on the chin. That's about the neck.
2 minutes remain, or less than that, here in the third. Jericho jumper from 14. That's good again. So this guy's confidence level is really just sky high. I remember when he was toying with the Gilas Pilipinas team in that game at the Blue Eagle Gym, Dean, against Guam. Almazan finally gets a basket in the paint.
That time, again, yung atake ng Meralco, early offense before San Miguel can set up its defense. Here's Tautua.
Blocked upstairs. Yeah, he was blocked upstairs. Pero meron talagang foul sa ilalim, siguro. Sabi ng ating mga referees.
Looks like they're going to challenge.
Is there a challenge? I thought there was some contact below, so I'm not sure if that challenge will be successful din. Kasi clean nga sa itaas, pero sa baba may bangga. Based on what we saw from where we're sitting. There's Coach Luigi Trillo. That's Gina Fable beside him. Coach Nenad Vucinic, who does most of the calling of plays during the games, is there standing up.
And Almazan was very certain taking decision.
After the review, nagkaroon po ng illegal na tulak si Raymond Almazan against Mo Tautua. Therefore, the challenge made by Meralco is not successful.
Not successful the challenge. May tulak si Almazan on Mo Tautua. Almazan was actually, yeah.
This is what we saw.
Ito sinasabi ni Almazan, panuorin natin yung video. Pinanood natin yung
because
video.
he's saying, when the whistle blew, I blocked it already upstairs. Yun ang sinasabi niya. But Mo misses the free throw anyway. Another one coming up.
1:28 left here in this quarter, and 16-point lead.
Free throws are a problem, as we mentioned, for Meralco. San Miguel Beer is pretty decent at 78%. Meralco shooting 50 plus lamang mula sa linya. Cancino.
And he scores.
Tuloy-tuloy lang siya. He just keeps doing it, going about his business, scoring for his team. He needs some help though.
Jansen Rios is on the floor to try to toughen this defense ng Meralco.
I was looking around to see if Rodney Bronjal was on the floor. As Kahilig makes it because Trollano, Rios, and Cruz are there. And Rodney Bronjal would have completed the Adamson bunch if he were on the court as well.
Here's a turnover against Meralco.
Violation sa kanila.
Kanina nakita natin, very impressive move by Kahilig, who's more known as a spot-up three-point shooter. Putting the ball on the floor, driving straight to the hole, connecting.
Thrown away.
Here's the steal off the inbound.
There's only 48 seconds to go in the period. Almazan kicks it to Rios. Cancino at the corner, 3 on the way. Pasok na naman yan. What a period! Para kay CJ Cancino.
19 points, 17 coming here in the third period. Trying to keep Meralco's hopes alive. Chopped down to 14 points ang Kalabangan.
Trollano spin, lefty layup. This guy makes basketball look so easy, Don Trollano.
And they're able to score any which way.
Quinto wanted to go for the jam. Kahilig slapped that one away, and he's excited about it. So last shot time now for San Miguel. It's with Jericho Cruz.
Poor decision by Meralco because they gave another possession.
Don T with a second to go. Bit of hesitation from Jericho and Don. But it's all right because they've erected a 16-point lead entering the fourth.
All five. All five. No easy passes to Mo. From out of bounds, no easy passes to Mo. You're up on him, okay? We're switching for 70. Okay, fine. And you gotta take. And you gotta have a good closeout.
Kung takbuhan ang pag-uusapan sa game na ito, Meralco Bolts ang lamang dyan. Plus 20 sila sa departamentong yan. 24-4. They've been trying to push it as much as they can, try to get easy, quick points in transition. But a lot of that came earlier in the game, the first half. SMB had this run in the second quarter, a 12-5 run. That's why they had an 8-point lead at the half. Everybody just helping out. They carried that run over into the third quarter, outscoring Meralco by 8 points. Kaya naman 16 na ang kanilang lamang at this point. And CJ Perez just doing his thing. He's got 21 points already on 9 of 16 from the field, but he's not the only thorn in the side of Meralco. Dean Junmar's there, Trollano has been there. All sorts of guys, Jericho Cruz, have been doing their thing.
Yung balanced offense at San Miguel in full display sa laro. At saka yung kanilang domination of the offensive glass. Generating a lot of points for them. That's 12 second chance points here for San Miguel as against only 4 for Meralco.
Cancino na naman ang umatake din, and he gets a foul one more time. He's going to go to the line for 2 free throws. Looks like he got slapped on the face. Well, that's the risk you take when you attack the paint. Ito yung scoring na sinasabi natin, no? Plus 4 lang naman sa first. Plus 4 sa second. Plus 8 naman. 4 plus 4 plus 8. Kaya natin yan. 16-point lead ngayon.
And 34 points scored by San Miguel in the third period. Entering here, the fourth period, ang San Miguel nakaka-83 points na. And you remember that Meralco is number 2 in the league in defense because they're giving up only 88 points a game. Ito, they've already given up 83. We've got 1 whole quarter to go.
Bit of backcourt defense from CJ Cancino. Johnson able to bring it all the way. He'll stop, he'll pop, and he'll miss again on the rebound play. Who is going to get called for a foul? Dark shirts again. And there were 4 of them down there against just 1 San Miguel Beerman. And Kahilig was able to draw the foul.
Kahilig getting good rebounding position.
Jericho.
Look at that ball screen. And Jericho missing. Kahilig trying to tap that ball loose.
Rios left it for Banquero. Banquero looking for some openings. Quinto thinking 4. Decides not to. Mancino nakabang sa kanto. Quinto. Layup is good. Quick move from Bonq.
Attacking from the outside. That point that we were saying. You want to attack the interior defense on San Miguel. Don't do it with a post-up move. You have to attack from the outside and go inside.
Mo.
Here it is. It's that bulldozing move to Mo Tautua. And he will miss. He'll get the ball back.
Gets it back. Oh, Reggie! And then offensive foul. As he warded off Almazan. And the ball's still up there. And how often do you see that in one season? Maybe twice, thrice? And you rarely see that kind of wedgie on a layup. Normally outside shot din, di ba? So Meralco with a chance to bring this down to 10, maybe even less. Signs of life perhaps mula sa Bolts. Baka may power surge ng konti. And they're giving it to the right guy. He takes a 3 from the top of the key. This time he's short. Ito pagod na rin siguro yan.
Power rebound coming from Mo Tautua. Ang San Miguel tumatakbo.
Trollano just being a vet. Veteran move ang ginawa niya sa mas batang Cancino. Right into his chest. Pinasabit niya ng konti. That 3 would have been big no, mula kay CJ Cancino. Would have cut the lead down to just 9. But instead, Trollano may pagkakataon palakihin pa kanilang lamang. Easy free throw for him, and we will pass it over to Ella.
Attorney Dean, during the timeout huddle of Meralco, Coach Nenad urged his team to go full court, all 5. Dagdag niya pa, no easy baskets for SMB. Also adding to his instructions that the players need to get rebounds. All of them kailangan daw. Coach also added to the players, don't rush, we've got plenty of time. And making sure they get quality possessions and baskets. Balik mo na sa inyo.
Alam mo yung plenty of time na yan. Mamayang konting time na lang yan. So kailangan bilisan mo, diba? If you want to try to catch up. Some substitutions as we have Brandon Bates returning.
At saka yung important reminder ni Coach Nenad, yung no easy baskets on San Miguel. That time, that was an easy attempt here for Don Trollano. And he'll get the points at the line. It's important that Meralco goes back to its defensive mode.
Si Jeff Comia pinasok na deep. First action of the game para dito sa rookie. Comia cross-court to Jansen Rios who will attack. Left it. Bagsak si Brandon Bates. And it's another jump ball. We've had a bunch of those in this game. Yung mga health ball na yan. Pero sa pagbagsak ni Brandon Bates, I think he fell right into the groin of Andreas Cahilig.
Cahilig is still down on the floor. You know, I'm surprised at this stage. Si Coach Nenad, he's saying that no easy baskets, you gotta play tough defense, you gotta make sure you get the rebounds. Pero wala si Newsam sa loob. And I think he needs a leader on the floor. Maliksi has also been struggling. As you take a look at Cahilig, he'll have to be replaced.
Probably. It's taking too much time. You know, there will be time limit yan eh. Bago ka mag-decide kung tatayo ka, kaya mo ba, o magpapasab ka. And he got hit, you know. That's a big boy, Brandon Bates, who fell into him.
He's trying to catch his breath. Is he gonna be replaced? I think he'll stay.
And every guy in the stadium and watching on TV is sympathizing right now. Because you never want to get hit in that area.
I think he'll be replaced.
Mukhang ganun na nga.
And don't look now, it's Junmar Fajardo back on the floor. And he's going to be teaming up with Motown Tua for the first time in this contest.
Anong no-bearing team? For San Miguel.
They're looking for the jugular. JMF and Motown Tua, that's a combination that we will be seeing in the quarterfinals for sure. Just going back to our team's list, sinabi natin.
Why is it though? They're saying, why is it Junmar gonna jump when he replaced Andreas Cahilig?
Trying to replace it. So he will be the one to jump. And there it is. Nakuha na San Miguel yung possession.
What's the rule? Can a guy who just checks in replace for the jump? Well, play has continued.
National offense.
They're going to call the offensive foul. Traveling naman this time. It's been frustrating. A frustrating night for Mo offensively.
He's just such a big body at a low block. And the defense is goading him to either commit the offensive foul or travel.
He did a bit of a shuffle there. That's pretty clear on the replay. Comia picks it up. Titira. Don't go. Brandon Bates accidentally knocks that one in. Almost.
12-point lead here for San Miguel Beer. If Meralco wants
Junmar
to
set shot, too strong.
change.
Rebound, natabik. Balik kay Junmar. Swing kay Wami. Na kay CJ. Banquero watching him. They go down to JMF. 6 to shoot. Kick out kay Wami. Wami sasaksak. Traveling din. Sabi ni Charlie Amparado.
Yeah, another turnover here by San Miguel. Kumagana yung depensa ngayon ng Meralco. I was about to say kanina, Charlie, that if Meralco wants to win this game, they've got to make their stand now.
That's right.
It's now or never. 9:21 to go. Winnable pa ito para sa kanila. But they've got to make use of that clock. And make sure that they get... they got to make sure that they execute their offense and then play the tough defense. Here's an outside shot.
Oh, way off. Layo. Kay Quinto.
Layo nun. Wala si Cancino, wala si Newsom. And Meralco still hoping that they get the job done here. Oh, offensive rebound, easy 2 points.
Look at those offensive rebounds will frustrate any opponent because they happen too often. Comia on the turn, almost lost it. Extra pass to Johnson Rios. That's a big three. Down to 11.
Johnson Rios is actually shooting over 80% from three-point distance. He's 6 out of 7 from beyond the arc in this conference.
Oh, look at Jaron there, getting some action inside that paint. Nice feed from the big guy. Nakompleto naman. One-hander, no go. Ayan na naman si Brandon Bates. And that time, he really went for that follow-up.
6 points down for Brandon Bates. You know, plays aren't being set up offensively for Brandon Bates, but he's getting the points out of scrap plays.
Tipped out of bounds.
Deflection coming from Brandon Bates. That's what he wanted to do.
Just under 8 minutes to go. It's an 11-point lead still for San Miguel Beer. Panoorin muna natin itong extra pass and the quick Johnson Rios 3 brought to us by Arena Plus Sportsbook.
We got a big guard, guard. Okay, on a zoom, all right? You can go zoom roll, you can go 3 in a version, we just space the court, okay? Bates is slipping screens now, okay? So when you come off the screen, come fast. You understand? Okay, because there's no screen. So you gotta, you know, look like it's a screen. As soon as you turn you into the screen, you gotta go. Okay, attack that, all right? Defensively, we are up, okay? Sideline ball screen, we are 2. So Bates is here, okay? Sorry.
Looking back at the standings, we see San Miguel Beer is on the top already. Di na sila matitibag dyan. Pero itong Meralco nga lumalaban, tinaman naman, 3 team sila na 6-4 right now. Meralco, Magnolia, Ginebra. Tapos meron ko pang NLEX sa 6-5 na kumatalong Meralco dito. Bababagsak sila dun sa level ng NLEX naman.
Well, makikita natin sa ating team standings kung sino yung mga hindi napapasok sa quarterfinals. The 8 quarterfinals, that's been decided. Pero still up for grabs are the, would that be the last, the last 2 tickets in the fight for a twice-to-beat advantage. 2 tickets have been decided. Ang Rainer Chan at San Miguel will have a twice-to-beat advantage. But you know, the outcomes of this game and the games to come, that will decide kung who are the other 2 teams that will get the twice-to-beat advantage. So, yan ang pinag-uusapan ngayon. No playoffs in our tournament format. Only quotients will decide. And here's Chong Song with a 3-pointer.
You know, just when Meralco feels medyo okay na sila, baka makahabol, San Miguel knows what to do. That's a 4-pointer.
Yeah, it's a 4-pointer. I made a mistake. I called it a 3.
Back to 15 and lamang. Banquero short range. That one finds the mark. They need some stops on the other end though.
Well, that's a 2-pointer against a 4-pointer on the other end.
Oy naman.
Look at that home run pass.
Controliano humihingi ng end 1. Sabi ni Brian Paclaro, play on!
95 points now scored by San Miguel. A lot of time left.
Now it's theirs, says the referee on that play. No shooting. Not yet in shooting position.
Beermen coming close to their average of 109 points a game, while Meralco, ang kanilang defensive average of 88 points a game, has been shattered. San Miguel already with 95. A lot of one-on-one plays here. Banquero, that's 2 baskets in a row. Puro sariling sikat na lang dito.
That's right.
Wala nang pasahan ng Meralco.
It's been that way for a while. Kanina si Cancino puro.
And that's how San Miguel wants it. Here's another deflection on the part of Brandon Bates.
Oh, but you appreciate that from Brandon Bates because you need to break the plays a little bit ng San Miguel. Kasi kanina smooth na smooth yung pasahan eh. So, you know, just kailangan guluhin ng konti at maguluhan lang at mawala sa kanilang bola just to disrupt that offense just a little bit.
Here's
But
an
CJ
outside shot.
says,
Eto na
I
naman
don't
si
care
CJ.
what you do. I'll just hit my threes. This guy has been on fire from the start of this game. 24 points para sa kanya.
At saka yung level of efficiency niya, no? Given the amount of time that he plays.
Oh, Comia suddenly pulls up for the J. His first 2 of the game, I believe.
Yes, that's his first basket in this game.
14 pa rin. Gawin mo ng BCCs.
Johnson adding to his point total.
Suddenly, bumabasok na yung mga tira rin ni Huami Johnson. Just too many weapons on the San Miguel Beer side, Dean.
Now, Newsom is back on the floor, but can he make a difference at this
Quinto,
stage?
corner, Newsom. Baba kay Quinto. He likes it at the post. That's a great matchup there, actually. Sila ni Jeron. Fade, no, inside. Layup is good! Jeff Comia will have a chance for the 3-point play. What a great extra pass that was.
Oh, it's not good in defense in Jeron Peng.
The presence of mind of Comia to cut and not just watch.
And making himself available. That's important when you're moving without the ball. And you remember si Comia, 28 years old, from New Era, 5th round draft choice this year. Ito yung tira. Straight and true.
Daming rookie pinili ng Meralco in that last draft. And not too many of them have played because of other commitments.
Well, Jason Brickman, for instance. Yeah. Meralco still waiting for him to show up. Brickman is coming off the MPBL season. His team, Abra, won the championship.
Oh, the fake. And then wanted to go to Junmar. Great idea. Pero naunahan sa ni Newsom. Newsom will attack the hoop. Layup drop. It's down to 11. So San Miguel para panigurado lang. Calls the timeout.
At this time, horns down tayo. Horns down. Horns down. Okay? Pag pinasa dito, pagdaroon. Okay? After dito, for Junior. Okay? Okay? Pwede dito na. Good. Ihahanap sa'yo dito. Pasa mo kay Junior. There's a screen. Will be open. Labas. Pagpasa dito. Back screen kay Junior. Ikaw mo doon. Ikaw.
Games on Sunday, Magnolia, TNT, and Barangay Ginebra against Titan. That's at the Smart Araneta Coliseum.
Magnolia TNT should be an excellent match. At second game, Titan has been eliminated from the quarterfinals. Barangay Ginebra needs to continue winning, stretch their winning streak, try to get that twice-to-beat advantage.
Closer, 11 pa ang kanilang hinahabol.
Full court press now. And Chris Ross bringing up the ball.
And look at that, Cancino, you're relying on him to score. Now you're relying on him to do a full court press on those young legs. Talagang minamaximize nila. But then, Don Trollano, he could get a raise because he can say, whenever you need me, I'm there.
Come on. And they worked that play so beautifully. That one-on-one action.
Nonchalant shot from Comia didn't find the mark. I thought it would hit. But then they get a break dahil nakuha nila yung offensive rebound.
Loose ball foul though on San Miguel.
Oh, something's wrong with Junmar. He felt something on his leg. And now he's limping a little bit. And you never want to see that.
Oh, he's still flexing his leg.
Oh, parang may naramdaman siya eh.
Oo.
Let's see how if you run.
Look
So
at that block.
Para Jaron Turk playing some D. Pass though, nakuha ni Cancino. And he's done that a couple of times in this game. CJ3. Oh, that's blocked by Trollano. Nabasa ni Donti yung kanyang gustong gawin. Sinayang ng Meralco yung pagkakataon na yun. 13 ang kanilang hinahabol. Here is Chris Ross.
And he's directing operations now.
Mukhang okay naman si Junmar. Was able to make it all the way back on offense without a hitch.
Playing small once more is San Miguel. Orellano on the outside.
Trollano
That's a 4.
for 4.
That's a 4.
That's what I was saying. 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 That's what you know, this guy. He does it all para sa San Miguel Beer. Don Trollano, just one of the best scorers in the PBA. Even on the San Miguel Beer all-star team.
Then you guys attack from the top. Right? You coming off the screen. Okay. Look to attack. Say help, pick it out. Right? Okay. And then the next possession, if no shot, Bates you're gonna come out again. Right? Then pick him up, boom, boom. Right? Ikaw ginagamit yan.
And if Don Trollano, modest performance against Tero Firma, just 14 points on 5 of 12. He had 3 rebounds, 3 assists as well. But, you know, this guy, he really just has so much talent. In and out, drive to the basket, tira sa labas. Hanggang 4-point na. He just hit a 4 to extend this lead.
At Charlie, hindi lang yun. San Miguel opens up the floor for him to go one-on-one. And whoever is on top of him defensively, kaya-kaya niya eh. Either he can go strong, close to the basket, or hit the outside shot. But it's not just Trollano, it's the way his teammates open up the floor for him to be able to excel.
At balikan natin yung sinabi ni Ella rin kanina na there's lots of time in this game. Now there's not too much time anymore. It's under 4 minutes.
And just talking about Trollano, nasabi nga natin kanina that Trollano has never started this entire conference, except his first game, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. He started
but it doesn't really matter. He doesn't care when he comes into the game. You know, he'll just do his thing. And he doesn't care if you put him in to bring up the ball. He can play center. And you ask him to play center, he'll do it. Don Trollano. This one's slipping away from Meralco with just 3:18 to go. Tipped away from Jeron. He recovers. He'll spin. He'll lay it up and miss. Ball's on the floor. Comia now in the paint. Sidestep. Glass can't let it drop. Bates, offensive rebound and pulled back. Brandon Bates has had 3 offensive rebounds and tip-ins.
And 8 points. This guy is just a hustler on the floor. As I mentioned, no offensive plays are set up for him.
Oh, yeah.
You know, he doesn't post up. He's just there, a scrapper.
Don Trollano again.
And he will not score this time.
Rare miss for him. Up ahead to Quinto. Quinto to Comia. Comia lefty layup. I like what Comia has shown in his limited time dito sa second half, Dean. Lead is down to 11, but there's only 2:31 to go.
And a career high for Comia. Ilan na ba si Comia? His previous high was 6 points. He now has 7 points in the game.
Once again, okay? Apunta natin, pwede kay John ito, okay? Kay Jumbo na naman, okay? Same play. Now! Jumbo, nothing happened. Okay, ito si CJ. Pagka nag-hand up ito, you have to get out here, okay? Nag-hand up, and then attack and roll, come up here. And these two guys, if your man is sagging, pakita ka rito. Chris will be here. Okay? Come on.
Balik dito sa action, dito sa RPTV, and of course we greet everyone watching us also on the YouTube channel of One Sports. If you just tuned in earlier, TNT defeated Blackwater in the first game. Ngayon naman, lamang ng 11 points at San Miguel with 2:31 remaining. Big
burst by San Miguel in the third period with 34 points. Almost a steal.
Tipped away. And Ross is allowed to go to the backcourt to retrieve it.
Time ticking away. Now they have to take a shot. 4 seconds, 2
This
seconds.
is the guy who loves to beat the buzzer, but not that time. Here comes Meralco.
An opportunity now for Meralco. They take a 3.
Almost, but it didn't quite fall. Ball's on the floor. Bagsak. Si Chris Newsom matatawagan ng foul, either Teng or CJ Perez.
It looks like a push on San Miguel. It'll be free throw shooting for Meralco.
So Newsom at the line para sa dalawa. He could bring it down to single digits, but time is not on the side of the Bolts right now.
Less than 2 minutes remaining. He's been one of the missing links in Meralco, si Chris Newsom. And there was a point when tinatanong natin, nasaan ba si Chris Newsom? Dapat nasa loob siya.
Only 3 of 12 from the field. That's 25%.
Yeah.
7 points.
Well, nabanggit natin kanina that for San Miguel, they need to zero in on Chris Newsom. That was one of our points sa ating team's list. Back to that two-tower combination for San Miguel. Rondiala at si JMF on the floor together. Full court press. And Meralco, they try to trap. Hindi na nakuha yung possession.
San Miguel know if it needs to just waste a bit of time and okay na sila. That's what they're trying to do right now. And then Junmar's in the paint. Really deep in the paint. And once you give Junmar yung position na yan, magdasal ka na lang.
And for Junmar Fajardo, alam niya kung saan siya pupunta. Nakita niya yung bola na kay CJ. That's a perfect combination on the strong side. And again, JMF delivering the goods.
With a minute and 37 to go, San Miguel looks on the way to victory unless Meralco can do something drastic right now, Dean.
Well, for Junmar Fajardo, 21 points, as well as 13 rebounds, another double-double performance for him. And I'm curious to find out kung ilan din yung assist ni Junmar. We'll be able to find out. We'll check that momentarily.
Yes, we show you the team standings with 1 game to go for some teams. Some are done already, finished their 11 games. The 4 teams at the bottom are out: Titan, Phoenix, Blackwater, Terra Firma. At ito yung magiging quarterfinals. 8 teams, twice to beat yung 1 to 4. Kaya naman, lumalaban yung mga teams para makaangat dun sa top 4.
Exactly.
Tapos best of 7 semis, best of 7 finals. And we will crown a new All-Filipino champion, or maybe not a new All-Filipino champion.
At saka nakikita natin sa mga laro dito, no? All the way to the last second, umi-score yung mga teams, no matter kung sino may laban.
Yeah. Wala na mga unwritten rule na tumira, ganyan.
By the way, si Junmar Fajardo, meron ng 4 na assist. And if he makes this basket, he will be the leading scorer of this game.
Another day at the office, Dean. 22 and 14. Magaling na nga, swerte pa.
Oo. And he has now outscored his teammate Don Trillano, who has 21 points.
Hindi kaya nga statistically, Dean, mahirap talaga tibagin to si Junmar sa MVP race. Cancino, napakalayong tira, wide right.
And another rebound for Junmar Fajardo.
1:20 to go, Dean. Ibigay na natin sa San Miguel.
That should do
Palagay
it.
ko.
Oh, without a doubt. Ito, controlling the tempo now is Chris Ross. Siya yung finisher ng San Miguel. And look at that pass to Troyano, and he will not score.
But Kahilig able to preserve the possession. Junmar,
he's double team, and he will be fouled. Penalty situation. Titira na naman si Junmar Fajardo. He was doubled, but he knew exactly what to do to get that foul para makapunta siya sa free throw line. Magaling na, matalino pa.
That's right. you know, obviously his size is an advantage, but he's really made himself into a complete player. Because there have been players about his size, not as big as he is, but some approximating that who have been eons away as far as skills are concerned. Diba? Ang layo eh. We won't name them anymore. You know who they are.
And this guy is 10 out of 10 from the free throw line.
That's another thing that's great about him. Kasi, diba, he gets fouled often. He's got a nice soft touch at that size. Newsome still plugging away with only 48 seconds to go. Will be done here at the NAS quite soon.
And Junmar playing guard.
So look at him.
Bringing up the ball. Up.
May pa ganyan-ganyan pa eh. And you know, I was wondering why Bates wasn't pressuring him. Diba? And eventually, nawala nga sa kanilang bola yata.
Turnover against Junmar. And he goes back to the bench.
You know, Bates should have just...
But game over now for Junmar. 35.4 seconds to go. Meralco is going to lose this game and will no longer be in the running for a top 4 position.
They just look.
Yeah, it's Meralco ball.
To verify sino ba talaga huli nakatapik. And these are the reviews that make the game drag a little bit towards the end. Royce Mantua comes in for 35 seconds. He's a rookie. And he won't break a sweat in 35.4, but he'll be in the box score. Let's see if they can get him a shot. Cancino lost the ball. Nakuha na ni Chris Newsome. Well, the layup won't even drop it. That is the story of Meralco. Royce Mantua now. Are they going to try to get him free? He'll go one-on-one against Cancino. Step back. Goes flat! And what a shot from Royce Mantua. To the delight of everyone. Cancino will keep going at it.
And he will not score.
But here's Brandon
Bates with another tip in. That's 10 points for the guy.
Exactly. He's going to end up with double digits. But then the lead is double digits. It's 13.
And for Brandon Bates, he has a double-double. Dahil di ginagawa nito,
And you can do that by just hustling, as you mentioned. And that's what he does.
And the teams are now...
Oh, Comia off the glass. And he lets Mantua know about it, buddy. I got one all over you, boy. And then si Kahilig susubok din. Muntik na, but no go. And it's going to be a 9-point victory for San Miguel Beer. Handshakes all around. Everybody's smiling. And these guys are going to get ready for the playoff, dude.
And for San Miguel, they could afford to lose this game and still retain the #1 position. But yung killer's instinct nila, pinakita. And Junmar Fajardo, our choice for our solid best player of the game. But sino ba? Top scoring for this game. Look at the way he grabbed that offensive rebound, getting the putback. He did miss from the line, 10 out of 10. He facilitated. He scored. Ano pa ma-ask natin from Junmar Fajardo? He did it all.
He's the Babat player of the game, brought to us by Devant. Enjoy unforgettable TV Babat moments with your family, only with Devant. That's the final score, 113-104 in favor of San Miguel Beer, #1 in the eliminations. And they're gonna wait sino mga kalaban nila later on. So that does it for us here at the NAS. For the Dean, Kenito Hands on Ella Gomez at courtside the rest of our crew for game #2 ng ating PBA doubleheader on this Friday. I'm Charlie Cuna. Thanks for watching the PBA on RPTV.
Junmar Fajardo is our best player of the game. Congratulations, Junmar. Pagkatapos ng triple-double mo in the last game, how did you shift your priorities to ensure na effective ka against #2 defensive team, Meralco?
Una, napapasalamat kami kagad na walang na-injury sa game na to. Kaya kailangan namin yung panalo to. Gusto namin pagpasok namin sa playoffs, maganda yung namin, game namin. So ayun, para madala namin to sa next game namin. So yeah.
Pagkatapos itong larong ito, meron ng 9-game winning streak ang San Miguel Beermen. How much confidence booster is this for you going into the quarterfinals?
Malaking bagay ito para sa amin. Pero yun nga, pagdating sa playoffs, wala na yung 9-2 na standing namin, balik sa 0 kami. So ayun, kailangan hindi kami maging kampante. Kailangan mas itaas namin yung level namin pagdating sa playoffs. So ayun, kailangan namin maging handa. So.
Junmar, maraming fans pumunta dito para mapanood ka. Meron ka bang mensahe para sa kanila?
Salamat sa mga fans na napunta dito. Sa mga fans sa PBA, maraming salamat. And then, siyempre, binabati ko si Papa. Happy birthday, ka-ishoot. Then, sa mga tao sa bahay, Attorney Stenson, Stenson family, maraming salamat. And then, ayun, God bless sa ating lahat.
Thank you so much, Junmar, and congratulations once again to the San Miguel Beermen. Now it's time to hear from our winning coach.
Welcome to the post-game press conference. We are joined by the winning head coach, Leo Austria. Coach, for basically a non-bearing game sa standings ninyo and being assured of the twice-to-beat advantage, how happy are you with the hustle and effort that your team showed today's win?
First of all, gusto ko lang banggitin yung yung team ko dito sa labas, yung nasa FOB nanonood ngayon dito. Okay, and then my wife also, this is our wedding anniversary, 38th anniversary, wedding anniversary. Ayan. And regarding your question, of course, we treat this as a regular game. A lot of people is thinking na this is no bearing game. We never mind the standing because we respect the game. A lot of people they will relax, just like what happened some games. But this is our preparation through going to the quarterfinals. And we have to be consistent as so many times they're asking us what we're going to do, what to do, because this is we're trying to be consistent on our game. Even though, never mind who's our opponent, whether it's a bearing or not, we treat every game as an important game for us.
That's true.
Bakang Meralco at San Miguel Beer. San Miguel Beer, no bearing na para sa kanila ito. So Meralco looking to get that victory, move up in the standings perhaps. Early on, we saw CJ Perez. What a game he had. Just doing his thing from outside.
He finished with 24 points. He matched Junmar Fajardo's total. Ito makikita natin si Almazan also doing a good job. Early on, nakikita natin yung Meralco umaatake sa gitna. Challenging the defense si Junmar.
Trollano off the bench, yung mga bench players ng San Miguel, grabe rin pinakita sa game na ito din. And the heave at the end of the first quarter is a no-go. 29-25, up by 4 ang San Miguel Beer. Come that second quarter, Kurt Rayson playing some good defense. And then the 3-on-1 fast break almost blew up in their faces, but Rayson said, akong bahala sa inyo.
Good transition attack by Meralco. Yun ang positive point na pinakita ng Bolts. Ito naman si Jeron Teng, that will be a 3.
Pero ano ba yung constant para sa San Miguel Beer? When they need somebody to go to, there's a lot of guys, but Junmar Fajardo will just grab the offensive rebound and put it back, and he did that time and again in this game.
At not only that, he was fouled and he did miss from the free throw line sa game na ito. Ito yung score natin at the half and in the third quarter, CJ Perez once more.
Si Perez talaga. Ang dami kasi parang din kung paano umiscore. May 3 na, may 4 pa. Kung saksak, kaya-kaya niya yan.
Ang daming weapons ng San Miguel. And here's Jericho Cruz. Another one of those weapons. A pull-up jumper. Ang ganda ng body control ni Jericho Cruz when he's up in the air.
And then towards the end of that third quarter, medyo nabuhay. Ito si CJ Cancino talaga started scoring points in a row. Most of his points, in fact, were there in that third quarter. Ngunit, lumaki pa rin ng lamang 16 para sa San Miguel. In that fourth quarter, Meralco tried to come back, but there was always a pamatay sunog, like Wami Chongchon or whoever else.
Yeah, that was a 4-point shot. And by the way, in the third period, like 34 points ang San Miguel. Chris Newsom, who's been very quiet in this game, all of a sudden exploding and getting the bucket off the break.
And Meralco tried to, make a run. Momentum a little bit on their side, but Don Trollano just did his thing. Hoists up a 4, and this basically broke the back of Meralco with 4 minutes to go. Cruising na the rest of the way. And, they have their finisher after we watch this again.
Makita ulit natin anong ginawa ni Trollano from the 4-point distance. And from different angles, you see that connection. Galing kay Trollano coming off the bench, scoring 21 points in this contest. And Junmar Fajardo will wrap this up. Easy 2 points. He'll go to the line once more. 24 points. And CJ Perez also had 24 points sa laro. But it was Junmar Fajardo who showed brightly, not only with 24 points, but also 15 rebounds. 10 out of 10 from the free throw line.
That is it.